We should be live. We'll wait for chat to catch up. I think the delay should only be about 15 seconds, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Cool.
We'll wait for everyone.
What's up, everybody?
We've got confirmation. We are live. What is up, ladies and gentlemen?
Peace.
Yeah, we got Oscar. What's up? Erlyn. The usual suspects. Sean P, what's up, my man? But yes, if you guys are new to this stream, you didn't see my announcement that we have a little special guest. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Oh, me?
Yeah. I guess I probably should have mentioned.
What up, everybody? Wow. I'm sick, guys, so I'm a little slow to the punch today. But what's up? I'm Man Cub. Happy to be here.
Indeed. You guys will have to let us know if the audio is good or not. If he needs to be turned up or if I need to be turned down or all that jazz. I'm sure you guys will let me know for sure.
Yeah, I'm not in my studio. I'm using like a janky webcam mic today, so hopefully I'm understandable at least. I'm all nasally, so.
Sounds good on my end, so.
Cool.
Someone said you're sick before it gets better.
Right. It's the truth.
Man Cub's mic is peaking a touch. Okay, I can turn him down a little bit. All right, you might just have to talk a little bit just to test.
How am I sounding? Is this better? Y'all?
Let's see. Yeah, everyone's saying it's better. Sounds better. Peaking a bit.
Cool.
I can keep turning them down a little bit.
I'm using my webcam mic, yeah.
Rosa made the observation.
Yeah, we might just be like working with what we got, you know. Might not sound perfect.
I think it'll be more than fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can I'll get some chat questions pulled up, but I guess we can just have like a little I can ask you a couple questions about the album and whatnot, and if you kind of just want to go over the process of all of it and talk about what you like and what you want to share and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Ask away.
I will say I do want to ask you one question, kind of right off the bat. What was your reaction when you saw Last Heroes were releasing album on the same day?
It was a mixed reaction.
Yeah.
Well, my first reaction was, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Yeah.
And then my second reaction was, I know for a fact our albums are gonna be so different, it's not gonna matter, you know? Because I knew the direction I was going, and I know what they wanted. Well, I had a good idea of what Last Heroes was going for. And their album was great, by the way. I actually haven't listened to it all the way through yet. But the main tracks I have, and it's really good. But yeah, it was kind of mixed. It's like, man, of all the days, like, couldn't one of us wait a week on either end?
Yeah.
So.
What would you say your favorite off that was so far?
Off their album, the one with Run, I really liked. Odd Ones Out. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, with Dia Frampton and Run.
Yeah. Just because like the call and response is really good, and the drop, and then the variation in the drop is like super long, and so it doesn't get old, you know.
Totally.
Yeah, so that was a good one.
Cool. We got Highly in the chat. Man Cub, amazing album. Yeah, I guess we can go with one of the chat questions right away. First question. What's your favorite song off your new album that you did?
Off my album?
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. The analogy I've used when people ask me that is like if you have 5 kids and someone asks you like which kid is your favorite, it's like, well, I can't tell you that. Like,
That's tough.
first of all, it would cause damage to the other children for the rest of their lives, and second of all, I just can't pick, you know. But lately, I mean, I'm proud of The Loneliest because it was such a journey to complete and to get out. Phantoms, I wrote in this room, actually. This is my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
And I was here visiting family and stuff. And it was different. I brought my foam and everything, and it sounded a lot better. And so Phantoms, I really like. I'm really proud of the melody of that song. It's like one of my favorite melodies I've ever written. A Little Louder took like 2 years to make. So I'm proud of that one also. I was curious to how that one would land because, you know, it's not melodic. It's not melodic dubstep. It's not melodic bass. Really, it's almost like a Skrillex-y take on melodic bass, sort of. You know what I mean?
More chill style sound and stuff.
Yeah,
like that, right?
Yeah. But then it's also much more like feelsy than something Skrillex would do. But the drums, that's kind of the vein I was aiming for with that, like really clean and tight,
right?
As opposed to the big like
dubstep snare,
you know, like a chunky dubstep snare, and like because I tried all that, and the first one I had was an Alinium style drop, which I've kind of tried to get away from that. This is a really long answer to the question you asked me, but yeah. So, anyways, I went through several variations, and then Beauty I really liked because I haven't heard anyone do that, and the EDM before, at least that stripped down. Like it is literally a cello.
You're cutting out like big time. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you're cutting out big time. Yeah.
Can you hear me better now? Lean forward, maybe.
Because like I can count the pixels on your camera right now.
Oh shoot!
Because that's
not bad, huh?
I don't know if that's something because that's the thing. I don't know if you'd be able to fix that. That's the problem. But because like it was really good before, and then you had like a stretch there of like 20 seconds where I didn't really hear much of what you were saying.
We can try again now. Can you see me and hear me better now?
Yeah, it's good right now. Yeah, I think it.
Okay.
I don't know, you must have just like went through like a patch there or something, but it's good now. So
okay. Yeah. Well, you probably didn't miss too much. I was probably just rambling, to be honest.
I think we got up to when you started talking about Beauty, it started losing it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just saying, I don't think I've heard anyone in the EDM scene do something that stripped down. Like Beauty is literally just a cello.
Yeah.
And like a silent saw patch that I made playing chords. That's it.
Yeah.
And then some like ambient stuff. And then Message is like me playing guitar, same thing, cello and piano, and but the album is somewhat inspired by anime, if people couldn't pick up on that already. And so I don't know, do you ever watch anime? Are you an anime guy or not really?
No, there's I have an anime channel on my Discord that gets used pretty often, but that's like the one I don't really use at all.
Are you not about it? Or have you tried it?
So I've tried it a couple times. The big thing for me is that like I just can't really get into the stories. I'm huge on like very minimal style stories, and so like I had someone in my community recommend me kind of to watch like a movie or something like that. But like when it comes to like movies and TV, I'm very like a Good Will Hunting, Shawshank Redemption type, like very just like minimal, but just like really
like drama.
Really good story and stuff like that. So
gotcha.
But yeah, I did want to mention that too, because like the intros and the interludes, I'm not like a huge album listener. Generally, I'm one of those guys that picks songs off the albums and then just listens to them in shuffle and like a playlist and stuff like that. And it was really fascinating to me though, because I thought that the intro and the interlude were so simple, and yet I feel like they did their job really well. And I feel like it kind of encompassed the overall sort of idea that you wanted to go for, which was like really strong melodies. I kind of noticed that throughout the album, and I know you've talked about that that melodies were a huge focus on this album and whatnot. So
well, I'm glad that you noticed that and that you liked it. And then just cut me off if anything gets choppy again. But
no worries.
With that stuff, so the intention was I set guidelines for myself, and part of that was pretty loose guidelines, like don't make drops too similar to what you've done before, in electronic music terms, and then keep the verses interesting and exciting, because I think a lot of EDM fails like miserably at writing verses, because I think a lot of music you'll listen to and be like, okay, this verse is horrible. Like, what even is this? It'll be like it'll be
I
like,
totally feel that.
It'll be like a Reese bass pad or something, and then a vocal and like kick snare, and it's like, this is 90% of music right now, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's a challenge though to like write something interesting from start to finish. That's more of like a pop concept.
Yeah.
But there's a reason that pop is popular, because a lot of people like it and it works. And so anyway, so I took that approach to that. But also the other guideline was, if all audio quality was stripped of my music, I wanted it to still sound good and recognizable. And so if you played my song from like a toaster, I wanted you to be able to know it was my song, and recognize it and be like, oh, that's Phantoms, or that's Saving for Myself, or whatever. But a lot of like electronic music, it's like if you removed audio quality from it, it would just sound like trash.
It would sound the same.
Like you wouldn't want to listen to it. But if I wanted it to be like, you could play my song on the piano and it would still sound pretty. And so that was a challenge, because it was like a lot of songs didn't even get off the ground, because if they don't have a strong melody and chord progression, then it's like, it's not interesting musically to listen to. So that was the major guideline of the whole album. And every song except for A Little Louder, which kind of has vocal chops as the lead, is like instrument driven. So I
have to ask, did you actually test your theory through like playing your music through really shitty quality and like seeing if it actually still sounded good?
I did. Well, the easiest way is just to play from your phone. And it works. I mean, the way that iPhones work, and I think Android speakers, it's kind of stereo. Like they'll crank one end, so that it's sort of stereo, but not really. It's still mono, and so it sounds bad. Out of an iPhone, pretty much everything sounds bad. And so it's a good trial to like see like, does the lead still sound good on this like janky ass iPhone speaker, or like does it sound okay? You know what I mean? So that was the test for sure.
And then kind of on that point as well, I definitely wanted to mention too, like I feel like there's definitely starting to become like a signature of your sound that I'm starting to identify through listening through the tunes and whatnot. I feel like especially in the verses of like A Little Louder, I feel like definitely represents that to its best, with the sort of like pluckier sort of saws and stuff like that throughout the builds and whatnot, especially present in like chorus one there. I thought that it really feels like you're starting to establish a sound. I feel like even if I did listen on like, say, a really shitty speaker or something like that, I would definitely be able to tell that like that's your stuff. So
thank you. I'm glad that it's I think most producers would say unless you're like, I can't name names because it'll look like I'm throwing shade. But there are certain guys that all their drops, and they're great. They're like really, really great. All their drops are the same, or all their, whatever is the same. And so unless you're one of those guys, I think sometimes when you're creating, it's like, do I have a sound? You know what I mean? Like, do I have a recognizable sound? Because I don't do the same thing over and over again. And so it's good to hear you say that, because I'm like, I don't know if I have like a thing. Like if I could just play a song to whoever, and be like, have you heard this? And then they'd be like, oh, is this your song? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without telling them. So yeah, anyways.
And I feel like I totally agree with like a lot of what you're saying. I feel like, again, I'm not going to throw names out the window and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I think that I've started to grow in like a little, I don't know if you've seen the video that I did on the album yet, or if you've watched that or anything, but like I really went kind of into detail about how I feel like a lot of melodic dubstep and whatnot, it's starting to become a little frustrating to me sometimes, because it's like, it feels like every song wants to be like euphoric, pretty female vocal, ethereal, and then like just huge chord stacks and stuff like that. To me, it doesn't really, a lot of especially the melodic dubstep doesn't really branch outside of that. And to me, listening to like the album that you did definitely felt like risks were being taken and stuff like that beyond the traditional what melodic bass tries to be, right? So I definitely feel you on that for sure. And like I said, from my perspective, I definitely noticed that. So
yeah, thank you. I did watch. I couldn't help myself. I was like, because I was sick. I was sick this week, and so I didn't do crap. Like I was just chilling.
Yeah.
And so I was like trying not to watch any reviews or anything. I was like, I know that TKC did a review.
Yeah.
And then I just like watched it. But yeah, so I appreciated it. It was a good review. Thank you. But yeah, it was hard. Like it wasn't easy to like, because I don't consider myself to be like the most talented guy. I work really, really hard at it. I'm not like a Skrillex where I can sing and play in a band also, and like produce like just a technician, with coming up with crazy sounds and stuff. And so to me, I look up to like Avicii because he writes some of the most recognizable, beautiful melodies you've ever heard. And like if you go back and listen to those songs now, they're not like the biggest production ever, but you still listen to it and you can still get chills and like, oh man, I love this song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was really, really hard because there was a lot of beating my head against the wall to just like, this melody's not good enough. This melody's not good enough. This chord progression has been done 100 million times, stuff like that. And so it is difficult to not do the typical thing, but it's worth it in the end when you come up with something. So
something that you believe is truly special, right?
Yeah. And then it's hard to know because you lose perspective. Like Saving From Myself, I hired 2 different mastering engineers. One of them mastered it 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
One of them mastered it 3 times. The other one mastered it twice because I wasn't happy with it. And then I ended up going with my master because I was just like, I was like, okay. So songs like that, I was at the end of it, I was like, is this even a good song? Like, I've spent so many hours on this song. Like, and then part of it too is with trying to do something new. Is I don't want to write a song that's got this big kind of euphoric drop like you were talking about that's so common right now, and then think like, well, this would be better if so and so made it. Like if this was a Nurko and Millennium track, it would sound better. Or if this was a Seven Lions track, it would sound better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's the other reason why it's good to kind of force yourself to like be creative. And I'm not saying it's like the most creative album ever or whatever, but I tried to. I really tried, and so because I didn't want that. I didn't want to finish a song and then be like, well, it's good, but like if Jason Ross made it, it would be better. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's why I think it's good to force yourself to find a lane for the song, because then you can say like, well, it does sound a little bit like so and so, but like you can't abandon your influences. It's okay to be influenced. Yeah, and so I think that's what I kept reminding myself when I lost perspective on like Save Me From Myself. I was like, okay, well, it does have these elements that are like different, and I don't think I've heard, you know, or whatever. And so I'm just rambling again.
Yeah, but I think you made some good points though, because I think that's like the big thing with just like creating something in general, right? Like you're always going to be constantly comparing yourself to others and thinking like, you know, like whether or not like you really and truly stand out, right? And so like I think that's a big thing, is to always like constantly keep yourself grounded and reminded and stuff like that, you know, what you are actually doing is different and stuff like that, and that, you know, and like I said, and with numbers nowadays too, it can be like so heartbreaking for like you can put like a ton of effort into something and then, you know, maybe it doesn't stream well or something like that, and it can probably definitely get you down. But at the end of the day, I think like focusing on creativity and keeping yourself reminded that what you're doing definitely is productive is so important. So yeah, for sure. But all right, here I got another question. We'll take some questions in chat if you guys. We got Aaron calling both of us handsome. Thank you, sir. But yeah, thanks, we got one question we got from Chris Anderson. He actually has two. So he said, how long did you work on the album? And are there a lot of songs that did not make the album?
So I started the album, the first song was a little louder actually, which is part of why I wanted it to be the last song. And that was in 2021, February of 2021. And then I finished it, I think in April or May of this year. And so it was over 2 years. And then what was the second part of that question?
So he said, are there a lot of songs that didn't end up making it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so there was two in particular that could have made it but didn't. And the reason that one of them didn't make it is because it was a love song. And so I co-wrote all the lyrics and vocals of this song, or of this album, except for The Loneliest. That was the only one that I didn't. And the intention was, this is a small tangent.
Totally.
It was, you know, I really wanted to write about like internal struggle, like inner turmoil, and it had nothing to do with COVID. It was just like, I'm so sick of love songs, and especially in electronic music.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's like, it's all that there is. Unless like Porter is really good about not doing that stuff. And so, yeah, I was like just inspired to like, you know, write about internal struggle, because people can always relate to that, because you're always going through something, you know, on your own. And so, yeah, that's why that was a big part of it. And that's why it took so long. And that's why one of them didn't make it, because I co-wrote that one as well, but it's like a love breakup song. And I was like, this just does not fit on the album at all. And then the other one, which is one of the best vocals I've ever written in my life, which I did like 10% of, because the girl I did it with was like incredible. That didn't make it because I was so excited about the vocal. I was like, this song needs to be perfect, and I don't want it to be rushed. And so that one didn't make the album either, for that reason. So
you think that at least the first one, quality-wise, could have made the album, but it was just the vocal that kind of kept it back in that case?
Yeah, I think it's a chill track too. Like, there's not many. So from my last album, there's a song called Transformation on Impressions. which is like a chill track that's very vibey, that you can like listen to in the car or whatever. There were no songs like that on Before It Gets Better to me. They're all kind of like its own adventure, like its own journey thing. And so that was the other reason. Like musically, it didn't fit either. It's a quality song, but it didn't fit in any way. So.
And so we got a follow-up question, I guess, from one of the viewers. So they're wondering if this 2 songs will become a thing at some point.
Yeah, both this year, actually, probably. If your boy can finish them.
Well, I think with how good you say that second vocal is, I definitely think taking the time on that will definitely pay off.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
I was like, I'm just so scatterbrained right now. My head is with my sickness, but
yeah, totally, dude.
But I was FaceTiming my girlfriend yesterday, and I was like working on that song or trying to. Working when you're sick is like never on music is never a good idea, but because it's always like, why did I make that decision? Like, what was I doing? But anyway, I was like, which chord progression do you like? Because I wrote 5, and so there's 5 versions of the song. And she's like, why do you do this to yourself? I don't know. I was like, I don't know. This is so difficult because I'm so bad at making decisions, and like, there's 5 versions of the song already, and it's like barely off the ground. So.
Well, I definitely think that's like a good thing to make numerous versions, and then you can kind of share it around to some people that you trust, right? And whose opinions you value and stuff like that. And you can get like a good sense of, which chord progressions are the strongest and stuff like that. So I definitely think there's nothing wrong with that for sure. So one of my viewers, I'll ask this one. Lots of viewers on my Discord love Sure Thing, like unbelievable gas up Sure Thing. So he asked this. He is one of them. He said, "What inspired you to make Sure Thing in the first place?" Did we lose him? Or is that my internet? We'll see. Did he freeze? Okay, I don't think it's my... I was going to say, I was waiting for chat to come back because I thought that... I thought that my internet might have went down there for a second. I was like, bro. All right, we'll have to wait and see for him to come back. But I think we lost you there, dude.
Can you see me now?
Yes, we can. So like legit. Oh, now I think I'm.
Can you see me?
I cannot see you right now. No. Now we can. Now we can.
Oh.
Like legit, right as you were about to answer, you like completely froze, and I was like, bro. I thought it was my internet for a second, and then
no,
and then all the chat was like, I think he froze, and I was like, okay, well, it's all on my end. So,
Man Cub died. I'm back.
Yeah, he is back.
So the question was about Sure Thing.
Yeah.
What was the back end of the question? Like, what about the song?
He was just like, what inspired you to make it?
Sure Thing was, I wanted to have a shelter song, like Porter and Madion have Shelter, and it's like just the mid-tempo pop banger that everyone can feel good about anytime it comes on. And so that was the intention with Sure Thing. I think if I remade it now, it would be 10 times better. I think every producer would say that about
a lot of songs,
about their past songs.
Yeah.
But I've just learned so much. I feel like if I redid that song now, it'd be so much better. But yeah, that was the intention. Just wanted like a feel-good banger,
Well, I definitely think that if you think you could do better, I definitely think that ideas wise, definitely think that, that sort of 100 BPM sort of sound definitely works for sure. So
Yeah.
would love to see you kind of recreate it. But let's see what other questions we've got on here. Most upvoted in the YouTube community post I made was just asking about how you kind of settled on your name.
That was a journey. So, like, I not came up with a name. I took the name from the Rudyard Kipling book, so I don't get sued by Disney. It's already surpassed copyright. That's why it's legal. But anyway, so I chose Man Cub just because it was like one of my favorite movies as a kid was Jungle Book, and I liked the music, especially from it. And then I wanted something that was really easy to remember. And my name is okay, but you guys know who Alec Benjamin is? He's like a pop star, pop singer.
I definitely know that, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely
he's
before.
incredibly famous and like popular. And so I was like, well, I can't use my name now because it's Alec, and then we share the same first two letters of our last name also.
Right.
And so anytime you type that in, it's going to be him, not me, that pops up,
That's a strong.
And so that's really, and so it's really important for like search engine stuff. Like you have to think about that stuff. But anyways, and so then I went back and forth. I almost changed it right before the album, actually. I almost changed it to, Alex something. It's going to like come up with the alias. But anyway, Man Cub was, and when I asked all my friends and stuff, they're like, nah, dude, Man Cub's cool. Just keep it.
I think
so
it's
like,
cool too. And I think that's the
whatever.
thing with like with creating a new alias is that it's almost as if you're starting over, in my opinion. So obviously I can get when it comes to like aliases and creating new things with the different alias. Like if you decided like screw the melodic bass sound one day and you just decide to start making like chill house or something, like I could totally get something along the lines of that.
Yeah, or if I just made like a bunch of rhythm or something,
exactly, right?
Like it would not make sense under Man Cub. So I could just do like
the entire
something
rhythm
else.
album.
Yeah, people would be like, "What the heck? This is so whack."
Yeah,
Man Cub's lost it.
Yeah. We have definitely got some we got some love for the name in the chat though, for sure.
Sweet, thank you guys.
But this is a really good question by Omar. How do you think your sound has evolved from impressions to before it gets better?
I think it got a lot more refined, especially melodically. And then the chord progressions that I use, if there's any music people watching, they'll kind of notice that there's more interesting chord progressions in my music, and that's not a flex. I'm not trying to say like I write the best chord progressions or whatever. It's just that, I can use Millennium as an example. He's the GOAT, right? Like I can shred him a little bit.
Yeah.
He uses the same like 4 chord progressions a lot of the times, right? It's just like, and he's great. Like he does it better than anyone. But like when writing music, I just personally get bored with it. And it's even more impressive, like if you can use the same chord progressions and come up with something really good and interesting. But I can't. Like I just get bored, and I'm like, I've heard this so many times. And so I think with Before It Gets Better, I really like the chord progressions that I used. And then just production-wise, I got better at not overproducing. I still think I overproduce a lot. It's really difficult because you can just add stuff forever. I don't know if there's any like producer people watching or the chat or whatever, but it's just so easy to add layer on layer on layer because it's all digital, right? Like you can just add forever. And so I've gotten better at that since my last album. Is like, okay, this doesn't need to be there, this doesn't need to be there. And so I think that's a lot of the songs are pretty simple. Like there's not a lot of bells and whistles, like really cool fills or like really like, oh man, that was so intricate, you know what I mean? And I like that stuff too. Don't get me wrong. But like going back to what we were saying earlier about my like kind of guidelines for myself, that wasn't the point of this album. It was strong melody, memorable vocal.
Mhm.
And then if the bones are good, like I'm leaving it. I'm not gonna overdo it. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And so that was kind of the goal. And I think that's how I've gotten better. So.
Well, I think anyone can even relate to that. Just like making something, right? Even if it's like you're trying to hand in an essay at school or something like that, you're always like trying to add like little things towards the end. You're like, oh, I don't know about this and stuff like that. And so you like just keep looking through it over and over again, adding things and stuff like that. And eventually, at some point, you feel like you just have to come to terms and be like, okay, this is good enough. And you have to come to terms with that. You can be something that you can be proud of, right? So
yeah.
I definitely feel that for sure. Another good question. I'll change it just a tad. What do you think what would you say the track that you're like most proud of to date would be?
That's tough. Hold on, let me open my Spotify because I'm gonna forget one.
Look at the Discog.
Yeah. Because I know I'm gonna say something and be like, oh wait, you know. Man, I love the ARP on Still Light is like one of my favorite sounds.
That one's really great.
Compass was a lot of work. That one went through so many versions. Shoot, man. I don't know if I could pick one. I'll say from the album, the one I'm most proud of is probably I don't. I'm gonna say Still Light and a little louder because Still Light has a very personal like vocal message, and I wrote that with Lux Tides and Luma.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of everything we set out to do, we did, and the vocal was there. And that's a perfect example of like me growing as an artist because I feel like it's kind of in its own little lane. You know, it does have a sound that sounds pretty deadmousey or like whatever. But it's also still me and it's really refined. And so I'm proud of that. And then a little louder, same thing. I'm really nervous when I write with singers because like Connor Byrne, the singer on A Little Louder, like, dude, as soon as we started, you know, I was thinking something like, don't look down, or whatever. And then he sings it, and I'm like, okay, I'm done singing, like, for the rest of the session. Because you just made me...
You're just going to leave it up to him.
Like, yeah, because he just sounds, like, incredible. Like, as soon as he starts singing, like, in, like, perfect pitch, everything. But so, yeah, like, you know, getting out of my comfort zone and doing that with him was a big thing for me. And then same thing production wise on that song. Went through so many different versions. But I was happy at the end that I was able to refine it down into something, you know, that you could connect with and that was also like simple and memorable. So yeah.
Definitely think that's one to be proud of for sure. Again, one of my favorites off the album there. Little side question. Aaron's asking a question. Do you like pineapple on pizza? A big debate in my Discord and in the community.
Oh, man. General. Toughest question yet. I would say, yeah, I do like pineapple on pizza. Oh, that was the wrong answer, wasn't it?
Oh, you might get some hate for that one.
Oh, no.
We had, I don't know if you know who Andrew is. He manages like Halion and Abandoned Dark Cloud and artists like that. He has this like one pizza that he makes, and it's like it's far too much pineapple for me. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I made like a YouTube short of it before. I don't know if you've seen that. But
I haven't. If it's a lot of pineapple, I'm out. I just like
it's a lot. It's a lot. Here, I'll see if I can find it on my computer and like legit send it to you or something.
Yeah, I rarely do it.
Real.
I'm just gonna people please both sides and say that I never order pizza with pineapple, but I will eat it if it's the only option. Like a good Hawaiian, you know, Canadian bacon pineapple, it's not bad.
What would your go-to order be if you had to?
So I worked at a pizza restaurant for a while,
okay.
And they have like it's called the carnivore combo, and then you can add green chili to it. It's like a New Mexico thing.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Got to have ranch on it though. I like
Of
ranch
course,
with my pizza.
of course.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't get ranch on their pizza is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends what type of pizza you get, obviously, but for the most part, ranch is a classic.
We're good barbecue chicken combo. Can't go wrong.
Barbecue chicken pizza slabs. We got a donation from Oscar, €5. Shout out Oscar, dropping by to say I hate TKC. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, freaking love Alec the Man Cub though. That guy makes insane music. He's special. Guess he doesn't like me, but he's handing me the €5. So
thanks for the compliment. Thanks for the €5 for TKC.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got some love for ranch though. Yeah, we got some disgusting faces in the chat, presumably for what you said earlier though. But again, it's not like pineapple's your favorite thing in the world, which is good.
Gosh dang it, Aaron! You forced me to make some enemies, man. They're never gonna listen to my music again.
Yeah, that's always a controversial one. Let me see. I think I've got some other good ones that some people asked too. This guy's got 3 questions. They're all really good though. So first one we'll start with. Probably get this question a lot, but what songs and artists are your biggest inspirations when it comes to your musical journey?
It's hard to refine that because yeah, I mean with songs, you know, it's like you may be inspired by some iconic tracks, but like that can't really influence your song because they're so iconic in most cases that you just can't take inspiration from it without it sounding like that, right? Mm-hmm. Like Levels by Avicii was one of the first songs I heard in the genre of like progressive house, and like that was 2011, I think, and that song changed my life. I think it changed a lot of people's lives.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And around that time, Language by Porter came out. I didn't like it, to be honest with you. Like, the whole build was weird, and it was, you know, it was just kind of different. But that one now is like one of my favorite songs of all time, and I think a lot of people say that. I have my own edit of that song, by the way. I play it at shows. I'll probably release it on SoundCloud or YouTube, because SoundCloud always takes stuff down nowadays. But yeah, and then, you know, obviously, like The Veldt by Deadmau5 is one of my favorites. I love Deadmau5. He's like one of my, you know, top 4. Yeah, and then so artist-wise, it's the typical people, like you could probably guess, like Deadmau5, Porter, Avicii, Skrillex, even like Swedish House Mafia. All those guys, because they inspired me to get into doing like producing. You know what I mean?
Place, right.
Yeah, and so I kind of have to like, they'll always be my guys, like always be my Mount Rushmore. You know, I'm probably forgetting one or two, but yeah.
Good answer. Yeah, I guess number 2 for any of the producers out there. What production tips would you give to any aspiring producers out there?
So I'll try to give, so one is kind of a theoretical or like not related to technical stuff, and one is technical. So the technical stuff I would say is don't overuse the tools. Like, so EQ, compression and stuff, don't overuse them unless you're doing sound design stuff. You know, if you're making dubstep, obviously the whole point is to like make something that sounds insane. So you can stack 10 OTTs or 20 OTTs or whatever. If you guys know what I'm talking, if that's gibberish to you, then don't worry about it. Yeah. And then, but yeah, I mean, if you're making melodic stuff, like try to keep it simple. And the core idea is what matters. And so, yeah, just learn to use the tools correctly, and then just don't overdo it. And then on the other side, I would say something I heard Porter say. I keep bringing him up, but I think he has a lot of good stuff to say, and his music is great. But he said something like, whatever you make, like it always has your own stink on it. And so, like, if you made my album or whatever, I'd probably think it's better than than I do now because I made it,
Mm-hmm.
And so it always has like your stink, like like it's okay, like it's good, but you can't unsee your perspective. You know what I mean? And so you have to just kind of take a step back and say, like, I did my best. I think people are gonna like it or whatever. And then the other part of that is, a piece of art is never finished; it's abandoned, and so you have to just step away at some point. And so, anyway, that's my advice.
Gotcha. And then I guess at some point you could probably come back, maybe with, you get a new idea or something like that, and then can step right back into it or something like that. So.
Yep. Yeah,
totally,
for sure.
Totally makes a ton of sense. Let us see what else we got. I guess this is one that seems to be coming up a lot. A lot of people are wondering what's the future direction when it comes to post before it gets better.
So I don't want to say because I kind of want it to be a surprise a little bit. And then also my mind changes a lot when it comes to producing. So I don't want to say one thing and then everyone's expecting that and then I go a different way. Maybe that'd be a good thing. Maybe just say, like, I'm just going to make just, bass house and rhythm from now on. Like, that's it.
And then
no more melodic.
Hold you accountable to that.
Yeah, this was my send off for melodic stuff. So like, see you later.
And then when you do, and then if you decide to release a melodic tune, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Melodic Man comes back."
He tricked us.
Yeah,
he does. Yeah. So I do have an idea, and I think people will like it. But yeah. And then the other part of that question was, I forgot already.
Let us see. I think it was just like what's the direction kind of for.
Oh, right. What's next? Oh yeah, the other part of that was so those two songs I mentioned that you guys asked me about earlier, those will come out, and those are like, one of them is basically in the vein of, it is before it gets better. It's like an extension of it. It just couldn't make the album. So
gotcha, totally. Let's see what else we got here. We got a question from Oscar, the donator. He says, is there a particular reason why you've leaned towards a quote unquote anime electro side, as you call it, for your album?
Yeah. So last year I was really inspired by Joe Hisaishi, I think that's how you say his name. He's like a composer that did a lot of the Studio Ghibli movies.
Okay.
So like Spirited Away, Castle in the Sky, stuff like that. And I listened to that stuff a lot and was inspired by it, even though it may not be reflected in the music so much. And then I actually didn't use, to get nerdy, like, there's a 4-5-6 chord progression that's really common in Japanese music and in anime. I didn't use that once on the entire album because it was the same thing I was saying earlier. Like, I've heard it so many times, I just like couldn't do it, and so I had to change that stuff. But aesthetically, I just liked it a lot, and I felt like it was different than what was happening in the scene. And so, yeah, I just kind of went down that road, and I felt like it worked out really well. The art worked really well. With the music, I think sonically, it sort of makes its own world like an anime would. Even though the genres are different, song to song, it's really different. But to me, I feel like it's all like its own kind of journey. So
like it's all sort of like very upbeat and stuff like that. Kind of like tells a story and whatnot.
Yeah.
So. I think I had like one pointer I completely forgot. If I remember that we will come back to that.
Cool.
Kind of another off related topic. I'll ask you this just to see if you potentially want to geek out about something else. Do you like sports by any chance?
Yes, I love sports.
What's your favorite?
I'm a big football guy, so I love NFL.
Right.
But I watch everything. So I watched the Avalanche win the NHL last year, win the Stanley Cup, and then NBA. I watched all the playoffs. World soccer, I only watch like World Cup soccer.
Okay.
Or if my buddies are into like Champions League, we'll watch that. But dude, I like everything.
What's favorite football team?
You're trying to get me to make enemies again, right?
Dude, I wear my favorite right on my hat, man. If I'm about to make enemies, that's the way it is. But
that's true. Yeah, I'm a Broncos fan. So my whole family's from Denver.
So lots of Colorado sports.
Yeah, so it's been a good couple of years because the Avalanche won, the Avs won, and then the Nuggets won.
Nuggets just won. Yeah. I mean, the Broncos aren't too hot, but
yeah, the Broncos suck. Broncos have sucked for. We sold our soul to win the Super Bowl with Peyton, and we've gone downhill since.
Haven't come back since. I still think they might be able to do something this year. You never know, though.
We can hope. Yeah, we can hope.
Russell Wilson comes back, maybe. Baseball is another question.
I do like baseball. I played a lot of baseball in my hometown where I'm from. So the Connie Mack World Series is in my hometown. Connie Mack is like the league right below college. So it's like 17-year-olds, best 17-year-olds in the country. And they go to So anyway, I like baseball too.
All right, we got another off-topic question. The off-topic questions are coming in. We'll ask another one. What's your opinion? Right. Subway is a very discussed topic in my community too.
You guys like this is like a foodie channel, huh?
We talk a lot about food, safe to say the least.
I can't stand Subway, man. It always like hurts my stomach. I'm just not about it. I don't know.
Interesting.
It's just got that smell. You walk in and I feel like your clothes smell like Subway the rest of the day.
It's a very
as soon as you walk in. And it's like you could go anywhere for the rest of the day and people will be like, "Did you go to Subway?" And you could like not even order something and you just smell like the stench of Subway. So I can't do it.
I feel like it's like when you keep McDonald's in your car. Like it's this very distinct signature smell, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, except instead of fries, it's like nasty bread.
Yeah, we've got unfortunately, some enemies are starting to come in.
Oh, great.
Some Subway lovers. Yeah, it's a big thing in my community. I personally love Subway. So,
well, I'm glad you guys can have all the Subway.
Yeah.
I'm going to start an alias and force you to like my music again for that guy. And I won't show my face. Because I'm losing all my fans today.
You're losing all the fans today. Let's see. Favorite fast food? I think that's a good question, too.
Chick-fil-A or Cane's. Raising Cane's. I like both of those.
You and Aaron would get along really well. Aaron just gasses up because we don't have Raising Cane's here. I've tried Chick-fil-A before. I would definitely agree Chick-fil-A is top notch. But I've never tried Raising Cane's, and all he does is gas up to me how great Raising Cane's is, and he's like, you gotta try the sauce, and it's like
Chick-fil-A is still better, I have to say. Chick-fil-A is the GOAT to me. I don't know,
I think I have to agree with that too. I only get to try Chick-fil-A when I come to the States, but when I do, it's like next level.
So good.
Next level.
You just can't go wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Okay, we'll do one more off-topic question. Favorite fast food... it's just turning into foodie questions, I guess. Favorite fast food burger?
Favorite fast food burger? Dude, to be honest, I like never get fast food burgers anymore.
Really?
Do you guys know what Grass Burger is? Does anyone know what Grass Burger? Maybe that's just a Southwest thing. I think it's a Southwest thing, maybe. Dude, to be honest, I'm not too good for McDonald's. In airports, like a quarter pounder with cheese or Big Mac, it's not bad.
All right, a respectable answer.
It's always in an airport. I'm like always half asleep, like not quite myself, and I'm like, I'm gonna get McDonald's, and then I hate myself 4 hours later. So
because McDonald's is in like every airport, pretty much.
Yeah, and it's the only time I get fast food burgers, but yeah.
Yeah, when you travel, you don't necessarily eat the best, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
All right, I guess we can head back into music. I think I've got a couple more questions.
Cool.
let's see what else is. This is a good one. So this is kind of like pre-Man Cub. How many, like, what was your like process like when it came to making songs before you ever released like your first official single? Like, was there another alias? Were there, you know, how many songs were there, type sort of thing?
Yeah. So I've never been the guy, like, I know a lot of producers say, like, oh, I have so many songs on my hard drive, or I have so many crappy songs that I've never released or whatever. That's never been me because I've never been great about finishing them when they suck. I know that there's a lot of advice out there that says, like, finish them even if it sucks, like, it's good practice.
Yeah.
But if it's a piece of crap, like, just don't polish a turd, you know, like, just leave it. I mean, that's okay. Like, it's still practice, right? If you wrote like a verse, chorus, you know, or for electronic music, intro, verse, build, chorus, drop, like, that's the song, you know, so you got the practice in. But yeah, for me, there was a lot of that. And then, so the other reason I chose the album title is because one of my aliases was Biggie Burv. So my last name is Burvey. Yeah. And so Biggie Burv was my initial alias. And so Big B is Biggie Burv. So before it gets better. So the only people that will know that is you, the people, and the people in the chat. But and I got just roasted by my friends. But I knew it was a funny thing, and so I was like, yeah, I'm Biggie B, I'm Biggie Burv. It was like, dude, that's so dumb. Like, you're not a rapper. Like, I was like, no, but it's cool.
So did Biggie Burv end up getting any singles, any songs released?
No,
or was that just like Biggie Burv, the initial thing?
Biggie Burv sucked. Biggie Burv has some trash tunes on his hard drive. And so I studied abroad in college, and so I lived in Austria for like 6 months. And I would show, that's when I was Biggie Burv.
Yeah.
And so all my friends in Austria called me Big or Biggie. Yeah. But they're from like Europe, so they don't know about like Biggie Smalls. I don't know if you guys know like about rap, but like Notorious B.I.G. So I was just Biggie. So like, but my music sucked. No, nobody got the reference. But yeah, my music sucked. And so for a long time, and so it's okay. But it wasn't until like 2015 that I started showing my songs to friends, and they were like, this is actually not that bad. Like, this is pretty good. And they weren't just blowing smoke up my butt, you know. I was just like, no, this is actually like pretty good. So it took some time. It took some time.
What subgenre did Biggie Burv produce?
It was like the beginnings of what melodic bass is now. So like
more of like that chill step sound, I guess.
Well, it was like Worlds vibes, like Porter Robinson Worlds.
Okay.
You know, and what I think of kind of developed into like Oceans by Seven Lions and Jason Ross.
Yeah.
You know, that feels like an evolution, right? Of like kind of that mid-tempo melodic heater, you know? So it was somewhere between that, but it wasn't good. It just was like, that's what I was aiming for, you know?
Well, I guess everyone's got to start somewhere, right? So
yeah,
nothing wrong with do you happen to have any of those tunes by any chance, or are they all just like lost?
I think they're all, 100% being honest, I think they're lost. And I think if I were to find one, I would definitely share it just for the reaction, just to see like, wow, Man Cub sucked one time too. Mm-hmm. Or yeah, you may still think I suck after I said I don't like Subway and I like the Broncos, but
I honestly get it. I honestly get it. I don't get a Subway as much as I used to anymore. But let's see if there's any other ones here. Lots of good questions. I guess here's another one, kind of like emotion, like kind of what emotions and, you know, stuff like that you went through when it came to releasing the album, kind of, you know, pre, during, and then kind of like now that we've had a week since it came out, kind of like that post sort of phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's kind of hard releasing music just because you work on it for so long. There's no amount of feedback and plays or whatever that can match the work that you put in, right? Unless I had, unless The Loneliest or Compass or something like that was picked up on satellite radio, and I got, tons and tons of fans out of nowhere, right? But that would be a break, right? Like then I would have made it pretty much. I mean, maybe like so there's no way. Yeah, and it's not even that you have high expectations for like this many plays or this many new followers or whatever. It's just that the feedback can't match the work put in, and so it's mixed feelings. It's like, man, I'm glad that this is out. I'm glad I can finally click play on Spotify. It's always a good feeling when you work on something for so long and you don't have to go to Dropbox to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just go to Spotify and click play. It's always like, oh, this feels good. Mm-hmm. So there is that side, but it's tough. It's just it's one of those things you just kind of have to like put it out in the world and say like, I did all I could. I'm reminding myself of my intentions. I did my best with my intentions, and it's out, and there's nothing I can do. And so I just hope for the best, so.
Are you one of those people that like, because I know a lot of producers do this sometimes, or do you happen to like listen to your own music a lot on Spotify, or is it just like one of those things where you do it initially and then you kind of just...
I do it a lot leading up on Dropbox. Mm-hmm. I listen to stuff a lot. And sometimes it's because I like it. I know it sounds weird, but I'm like, I just like this song, Yeah. And then once it's on Spotify, not as much. Unless it's on my playlist and I'm at the gym. And then it's coming on.
And then I'm like, comes on.
And I just like let it play,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I guess this one's probably a question that you get a ton to. But any collabs potentially in the future? Obviously, you don't have to reveal them if you don't wish, but just kind of a question of whether that's type of stuff's in the works or.
So I'm open to it. I have to swallow my pride and just do it because with this album, I wanted to do everything alone. Mm-hmm. And so top to bottom, it's all me, all my production. And so, yeah, I've had people ask, and I haven't committed to anything. But with producing collabs, no offense at all to anyone. Like, if you're doing stuff at the same level, like if I've had collabs with like Amity and Awakened, right?
Yeah.
Like Into Deep and Wild Winds, and I would say that those guys are were in terms of recognition, we're kind of at a similar level. You know what I mean? Right. But they would say the same thing. It would be better for us to collab with Jason Ross,
right?
Who has a way bigger audience. And it's not because somebody else, like Kevin Awakened,
yeah,
is that much worse or like whatever. It's just that like, man, it's hard to get a break and to make it. And so if you have a collab with, Jason Ross, or if I had one with Midas, that'd help a lot,
mm-hmm.
And so, and then the other part of that is, I'm giving the longest winded answers. I'm sorry.
I love it, dude. I love it. Go in depth as much as you like. Yeah, I love it.
Okay. The other part of that is, I've gotten burned a few times by people, and I won't name names, but it just happens. It's a bummer. And so those other guys that are a little bigger, and you got something going, and then it just falls through, and you get dragged around a little bit for for weeks or months sometimes, and then it's just like, man, like I was excited about that, like it was a good track or whatever, and so I just got kind of jaded. I was like, you know what, I could do it on my own, and so we'll see what happens. Like that's why I said I have to swallow my pride and just say, hey, you want to work together, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
because I think
we'll see what happens.
I think that can be the big thing, obviously, too, with when it comes to collabs is like talking to a lot of producers. Like a lot of the time, sometimes it just doesn't work either, right? Like sometimes,
Yeah.
as much as you want to collab, sometimes there's just like a clash in ideas or something like that, or
Yep.
you can't really find something that feels like both of your guys' sound, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I totally
And that happened with Last Heroes and I. So they hit me up on Instagram like years ago, and they were like, "Hey, you want to try to make something?" And I was like, "Sick, sure," because that's when they started to really pick up steam with Ophelia.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Sounds good to me." And then it just kind of fell through, and it wasn't anything in particular. It was just like you said, like just kind of wasn't working.
Yeah.
And then I hit him up the second time. I was like, "Hey, you guys want to try again?" And then that was Started Over, which I love that song. That's one of my favorites. And so, yeah. So sometimes it just takes time too. So
it was funny because that was like literally going to be one of my questions that I just came up with like on the spot. I was just going to be like, you collaborated with Last Heroes, which I think probably to this day might be one of, if not your biggest collaboration. So
yeah,
definitely was going to be my next question, kind of how that evolved and stuff like that. But yeah, Started Over is great for sure. Love that one. Let's see if we got anybody else here. Another great one from Omar. What is the most rewarding thing about producing?
I think when I met people at shows, I know that that's kind of a little bit detached from producing. It's an extension of it.
Right.
But when I meet fans at shows, that's really rewarding because I can see in their face how much they like my songs or my music or whatever. I'm like, dang, this actually impacted someone's life. Like, not just they like the song, it's cool when it comes on. It's like, oh, that's a cool song, I'll add it to my gym playlist. It's like, no, they came to my show and I met them and they're like, dude, I love this song so much. And I can see it in their face and I'm like, wow, that's cool. So that's one of my favorite things, I think.
Have you ever gotten like recognized in public before? Like obviously at a show, probably it happens a lot, I can imagine. If you're either playing or if it's just like a tangentially related show, I guess. But
yeah, in Albuquerque a couple times, like at the gym, I've had a guy be like, yo, are you Man Cub?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, how do you know me? And he's like, oh, I just like your music. So, but it doesn't happen very much. And then it shows sometimes people are like, is it cool if I say hi to him or whatever? And I'm like, dude, what's up? Like, we could talk, but I'm just chilling, But
yeah, totally get that for sure. Let's see if I can find a couple more here. Because I think we've gotten through most of them. Asked that one already. You get started with music. Got that one. I guess we can go with this one as well. Who played strings for the intro and the interlude? Was that just something that you did, or?
So I hired a cellist. So I wrote the piece. I wrote the cello pieces, and then hired a cellist to record. And she's French. I can't remember her name right now. But she did an amazing job. And I was actually like really surprised at how much better it sounded because I have a really expensive like orchestral library that I use to, compose, like do compositions. And it sounds really good, but there's nothing that can replace like a live instrument and like a live cello, especially. And so like Beauty had a lot of layers before. It was like more orchestrated, like it had strings surrounding the lead, and then it had like choirs and different things, and it was like bigger. And I took everything out, and it was just the cello, and I was like, okay, this is sick. I just have to leave it, And so, yeah.
And so did you kind of have that idea of that it being like a cello forward track, that's kind of what you wanted it to be, or was it kind of just like you thought the cello would be cool to add, and then you decided to strip the elements and you realized how cool it kind of was on its own?
It was always, those two were always going to be cello tracks. And it had to do with the anime theme, because anyone who listens to anime, you gotta watches anime. You gotta watch a couple anime and see if you can get into it. But anyone who watches it knows like cello is a big thing for some reason in a lot of the music, and I think it's because cello is just a really emotional instrument, and it just draws emotion out of people. And I love.
Oh no! Did we lose him again? I think we lost him for a second time. All right, we'll see. We'll wait for things to come back. I think we'll do. I think I was gonna mention. I think we'll do maybe about 2 or 3 more questions, and I think we will call it there for the interview. I joined and his connection died again. It has only happened twice, which is, I think, good for the most part. How do I always join at the perfect times? Yeah. Let's see. Is he back?
Am I back?
We got you back. We got you back.
Oh man, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I think you cut out legit like halfway through your answer.
Oh no. I was rambling again. What did you miss? Was it interesting enough?
So I think you said you were saying something about how you have to like watch anime to kind of understand, and that like cello like kind of brings the emotions out of people and stuff like that. Yeah. And then and then I just cut off, yeah.
Yeah, and then just that I love that about the cello, and it's like one of my favorite instruments. Besides, it's probably piano and cello, is a 1-2. And so I just knew that I wanted it in the album, and being anime inspired, it just had to be there had to be cello tracks. So, and then it's throughout the album. I mean, there's cello on "Save Me From Myself," "Phantoms," "Compass."
Yeah.
I think every track there's a cello. But yeah.
Oh. All right, and I was while you were kind of just going through the connection things, I was telling chat we can maybe go through. I was thinking maybe 2 or 3 more, and then we can probably call it there, because I think we've went through most of the questions. We got one from Hylia here. We got, what song arrangement specifically by Joe Hisaishi Ghibli impacted your? I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, but impacted your music inspiration the most.
I think I butchered it too. But so Spirited Away is my favorite. And so like One Summer Day is one from that album that I listen to like all the time. And then the Princess Mononoke theme from Princess Mononoke is really good. The whole soundtrack to Castle in the Sky I love. But yeah, One Summer Day from Spirited Away is like one of my favorite songs of all time. Just because there's so many emotions that like change throughout the track, or it's not even a track, it's just like a composition, like a classical composition. But yeah, and so I would love to be able to do something that's truly like more classical composition inspired, but that would be a stretch. It wouldn't be accessible. You know what I mean? Like electronic music is more simple, and the more complicated you make the musical idea, like the harder it is to connect to if you're not like a music guy, or music girl or whatever. So anyway, yeah.
Okay, I don't know any of those songs, but I assume some people in the chat will know. Hylia says that there was an inkling it was going to be One Summer's Day.
Nice.
But yeah, I think we'll let's see. We'll go with 2 more. I got 2 quick questions. You can just fire them off right away. Favorite key to work in?
B major or B flat major.
Cool. And then we got Actually, we got 3. I know the answer to the third one, but I'll let you answer it too. Favorite color tends to be a conversation discussed in our community a lot too.
Green. Blue is a close second.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And then we got, what DAW do you use?
FL Studio.
All right, cool. We got a quick like fire off question. Let's see if we can find like one more like good one to kind of close off on here. Rose has been asking, actually this is a pretty good question, maybe just to kind of close off on. He says that he's a fan of the streams, and he was wondering kind of what the progress on the quote unquote 2014 melodic dubstep track is.
Oh, I haven't worked on it since. I worked on it the day after that stream, and maybe I'll pick it up again. We'll see what happens. Maybe I could finish it on stream one time.
Yeah, man, I notice you do stream every so often, so I try to do it as much as possible. But
yeah, a small note on that. I'm just deciding if I'm going to do a consistent Twitch thing or if I'm going to do Patreon, and so we'll see what happens there. But I'll let everyone know.
Works.
Yeah, I just need to decide, what's the what people go to the most,
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, man. Well, I think that's it for kind of for. Oh man, we got some other miscellaneous ones, I guess, if you want to answer. Dogs or cats? See, that's like too.
I know. I like them both. I like dogs. I'm a dog guy.
Cool.
Yep.
We got lots of people are saying that they would definitely prefer the Twitch option for sure, if that's what you wanted to go for. Yeah, definitely. I like I said, I try to tune in as much as possible. I've enjoyed watching them, kind of seeing the production process in display.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Producing in front of people is weird. I'm like, this has got to be boring, right? Like, this has got to be boring.
It's very interesting, man.
Okay, that's good. I think the next time I do it, I'll have ideas started. I think that'd be a lot more fun, because then I could, just get into the swing of it instead of making something from scratch. So. Yeah.
All right, we got some, but yeah, I think we'll call, or everyone's saying one more. Wait, you can ask. Oh yeah, okay. I thought it was a question from Insco there, but he was just commenting on the fact that we can just ask. We're just talking about cats and dogs in the freaking
right. It's the most random.
But yeah, I think we'll probably end up calling it there. Kind of finished off with the questions and whatnot. I want to take a huge thank you, just to say thank you for coming to the doing a little Q&A with us. I really want to involve artists with the channel more. So was absolutely huge of you to say yes, and hopefully the fans got a little bit more of a perspective on the album and stuff like that. Learned a little bit about either the project or you as a person. So
yeah. Thanks for having me. I hope you guys were entertained or learned something. I don't know.
Yeah, we got some guys saying in the chat that it was a ton of fun. Yeah, I think it was a ton of fun too. I would love to have you back on sometime. Like I mentioned before, want to start doing some producer challenges and stuff like that, and getting producers competing against each other, working with samples and stuff like that. So if you'd ever love to come on, be my guest, man. Be my guest.
Nice, man.
But yeah.
Sweet.
All right, man. Again, thank you for coming on. It was a ton of fun and appreciate it.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out. All right. We're going to have to get the camera working here. Just give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. You guys know that we're never the most technologically gifted in the world. All right, I think we're back. Yes, we are back. I know it's dark. Give me a second. We'll get that all fixed up. Yeah, again, huge shout out to I know I said it a ton, but like huge shout out to freaking Man Cub, man. Dude, just decided to reach out. I just decided to reach out, see if he wanted to come on live stream, and he was so down. So Wanted him last week. We got him this week though. It's all good. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. If you guys enjoyed that, again, would love to have more artists on and stuff like that to oh, that's a little dark. Yeah, to do, oh, hold up, give me one sec. We're a little blurry. Oh, Jesus, it's even darker this time now. No, dude. Okay, hold up. It's like so... It's like... This is not working exactly as planned. Yeah, we are experiencing TK technical difficulties. 15 FPS. I know, it is bad. It is bad. Give me one sec. We will fix this. Have Culture Code? I don't know if Culture Code knows who I am. If they do, would love to have them on stream sometime. Oh, dude, my camera is bugging right now. I don't know how to fix this. Like, it's just like the FPS is so bad. And it's in like 4:3 for some reason too. What if we switch back to this and then... No, it's still not working. TK camera sucks. I know. It's horrible. Dude, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix this. I used to have like a way that I could fix this before, and like now it's just not working. This is really bad quality. Restart? We're not restarting. We're not restarting. Last Heroes or Dabin? I'm gonna be honest, Dabin might be impossible right now. I might be able to get Last Heroes. Thanks for the questions and for hanging out, everybody. Hope it was listening. See you next time. Thank you, Alec, for tuning in, my man. And hopping on stream was a ton of fun. And was an absolute pleasure to have you on the channel and take some time out and meet the fans and answer some questions and whatnot. Dude, this is just not working. Okay, give me one sec. I'm gonna try something. This could legit end the stream, but we're gonna try it. Trivecta might be possible. The thing is, you have to like, oh my goodness, and now it is so bright. See, this is just not working, dude. I don't know what is going on. This is not good. Caslo, I know Brody from Caslo. I could probably get the Caslo boys on. This is the thing, is that I am definitely down to talk about the podcast, Insco, don't you worry. But it's the big thing is that I have to know these artists first. Like, obviously, I could just reach out and see if they'd be down. But a big thing is, like, I mean, see, that's fine, but it's... The sizing is so weird. Why is this in, like, 4:3? I don't know what's going on here, dude. What if I try going back to this? And now, see, this one doesn't even work. This is really bad, bro. Change it. Midas. I could definitely get KEPIK on, for sure. That would not be a problem. That would have been a good week for this one, actually. He had an EP. But yeah, like I said, it's just depending on who I know. Fairlane knows who I am. I've actually met him before. Super chill dude. Could be able to get him on. Yeah, again, it's just, I don't know how to, I can't make it 16:9 though. It's just like not, let's see. What else can we do? We'll try this again. Give it a second. Like, I'm just like unplugging and plugging my webcam back in, just praying to God it works. Are we good? No, dude. It's in like 4x3 again. What is going on, dude? This is so bad. I don't know how to fix this. Try to fully delete your cam. I did, and it's just like not working. Let's try again. Bro, it's just a fucking square. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix this. Configure video. I don't know. I genuinely don't know right now. Hit properties and can you change the res? Let's see. Device default. It's not letting me change the resolution. Oh. What if we did this? I think we're good. For some reason, it was putting us in 4x3. I think we are good. Look at that. Mr. Insco coming in clutch. Holy shit. That was about to be bad. Yeah, we'll get the FPS is all good. Obviously, we got the big one is the TK flip. Give me like 2 seconds. And then you get the exposure right. I think we are good. I think we're good. I can take these off too. Because obviously we're not going to be using these to listen to music. Insco came up absolutely clutch. Huge shout out to the man himself. But yeah. Maybe you could get Ghost Dragon. I haven't said here's the thing. I haven't said the best of things about his stuff. So that's the thing. It'd be like, I could try to get Sabai on. I could try to get Ghost Dragon on. I haven't said the best of things about their stuff, so I don't know if they'd do that for me. But yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna want to get more artists on for sure. As like mentioned before with him, you know, producer challenges and other stuff, you know, just having producers come on, do their thing for a couple hours, whatnot. Llama, we could definitely get on for sure. We could definitely get on for sure. Excision might be a tough ask. Kind of like Dabin. A lot of the producers, a lot of the bigger ones. I mean, obviously, if we get bigger, you never know what could happen. But yeah, I've mentioned what is it? I've talked to Brody from Caslow. We've met before in person. So yeah. Would definitely be down to have him on sometime. But yeah, what do you say we get into the reactions? We have been streaming for an hour, pretty much an hour and a half already. So I don't think we'll do too much today. We'll take a look at the Discord. But yeah, I think we'll do, because we still have to go through, we got Advent too, right? So let's see what we got. We'll go to Mr. Alk's list. Huge shout out to Alk. Making the lists, the new releases lists. Yeah, I think we'll just do the big singles today. So I want to get Midnight Kids done for sure. Your Way. We got Au5, Cyazon, and who is it? There's honestly a lot of tunes this week. Before You Leave. Want to get the Roy Knox tune for sure. I think this might end up being like a 4-hour stream, boys. Bro, Alka's is a legend. Definitely, I could not agree more with that. Like shit, dude. I wanted to get like one of the Grabbits tunes in too. I just don't think we're gonna have time for that. We've got a KEPIK. So KEPIK released an EP. I want you guys to let me know which one is the best off the KEPIK EP. My D key looks busted maybe. Nope, we're good. When did the love... Oh, wow, we're off. Awakens. Living in a Dream, maybe the... What is it? The sequel to Feels Like a Dream? I wanted to get Le Youth in too. Le Youth had a collaboration with Lane 8. KEPIK also had a remix of A Star Say. I don't think we're gonna be able to get that one. We're gonna get Le Youth on. The Le Youth tune. And then the Le Youth Lane 8 collab. And then Ophelia Advent DnB. It's gonna be a big week. We got a lot of songs to listen to. Le Youth, Lane 8, and Jill. Okay. And then we have the All... You guys want to listen to the All Be There VIP? I don't know if we'll have time. We got Ophelia Advent DnB. I mean, if you guys want me to... Here's the thing. Ten tunes? That's a lot. It's a lot of tunes. Choose 5 off Advent. The thing is, though, is that Advent's one of those things that I'm going to listen to on stream and chance, like, when it comes to compilations, 9 times out of 10, I never listen to them outside of, like, what is it? Outside of the stream. Chances are, I ain't going back to Advent DnB. Obviously, the ones I've listened to, if I really enjoy them, will go back to them. But when it comes to stuff like compilations, I don't ever find myself going to just be like, oh, let's listen to a comp today. Like, most of the time that doesn't happen. Like, I have not listened to Dawn, Dusk, or Night since Volume 1. And I only listened to Dawn. I have not, unless there's like an artist I really like that's on Dawn or something like that. Dreams Coming True? Sure. We'll do that one. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys want to do. I want to get... let's see. Because I do want to get Advent in. I really want to get it in. But there's just so much still to listen to this week. It's tough. It's a DnB collaboration. Like a DnB comp too. Do a poll? Whole Advent is fire, not biased at all. Yeah, you know, I think we should do all of Advent. It's like, Advent is like what the big, like the channel's big about. Should we just start with Advent? We can speedrun Advent. Yeah, because the thing is, Advent probably isn't going to be a video. So... We could just like pound through the songs. Cause like how long is this collaboration? It's a 32-minute comp. I think we should start with Advent. I know last time we finished off with Advent. I think today we'll start with Advent. A lot of the songs are really short. And so I think we could probably just pound through it here. We got Icarus with Mazzari and Skybreak. We got Treading Water with Faint and Hylia. Also, shout out to Hylia for tuning into the asking some questions in the Man Cub Q&A. Faint and Hylia with Treading Water. Worst is Over. Oh, that is not how we format songs here. Caslo, Monica Santucci, Mayaka with Worst is Over. Sad Boys, shout out to the Sad Boys in the chat. Needed You Most. Save Myself with Have and Josh Rubin. Oh, and Laminar too, interesting, okay. Lots of underrated names that I'm well aware of in the scene. Adam Pierce, wow, dude. Lots of, like, and a lot of the big thing too is that a lot of these guys, like, I would not expect to be on here. On a DnB collab, if anything. Collab. I don't know why I keep calling it a collab, it's a comp. Lockbox, Lexi Scatena with Lying to Myself. New Machine by Cynthia. Again, another kind of more underrated melodic DnB name I'm aware of. Drummer and Mayel with Escape. Vendetta and Wes Ayala with Running Out. Alrighty. I'm gonna go get some water. Lots of talking in that interview. Or sort of Q&A session we did there. So I'm gonna go get some water. So we will be right back. We're gonna listen to Advent. And then we're gonna go listen to the rest of the singles this week. And then I think that should be good. If we have time for the singles. We'll see. We'll see. But definitely want to get Advent done first. So yeah, I will be back in like 2 seconds. Alrighty. We are back. Ugh. This is the part where I gotta dip so I don't ruin it for myself. Absolutely, Insco. Thank you for tuning in, my man, and helping me fix it. I have to go to bed. Thanks for the stream, everyone. Thank you, Embassy, for tuning in and asking some questions during the Q&A. Huge shout out. But yeah. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm gonna just check my phone just in case I missed anything. But yeah, I think we should be good to go. Yeah. All right. Let's get started with Advent. Mazzari's little comp. I totally forgot to realize that I forgot to @ everyone for the stream, so I think I should probably just do that right now. All right. Sorry if you got an @ everyone. See you all. Great interview. Thank you, Lachlan Jacob. You're a really great Q&A host, by the way. Really engaging, and see how passionate you are about the music and artists you bring on your channel. That means a ton to me. Thank you. As mentioned before, me and Insco kind of want to start a podcast, so I'm still trying to figure it out what being a host entails. So I was learning on the job there. So really appreciate that you guys can realize that at least I was trying. I was trying my hardest. Thank you, Areeb, man. Thank you so much. That means a ton. Yeah, just try my best to spread the love, spread the joy. You know, last thing I need is people coming here and feeling bad and stuff like that. So, give me a month and I'm ready. I'm so down, dude. Let me know. Let me know whenever you're ready to discuss it. I'm here, dude. So, but yeah, let's get started with Icarus. If Insco has not heard this, warning to leave. But yeah. Well, let's just get started right on Icarus. Do you guys really, dude? I don't think we're gonna have time for the VIP, dude. I know you guys really want it. I don't know if we're gonna have time. It's a big track list. I think I'm already gonna have to cut out some of them as is. I think I'm probably gonna end up having to cut out Lost Wind and Awaken maybe, but oh my god. Okay, well now I have to, right? Now I have to. Thank you, Zero Conflicts, for the $5. I appreciate you, my man. All right, well now I have no choice. Like at that point, now I have no choice. I'm gonna take out Lost Wind. I don't have a choice now. You motherfuckers. Oh my god. Alright, let's get into Icarus. Mazzari, Skybreak, little collaboration from the two. Before I start, I just want to have to do You Won't Like Awakened. I think I'm probably going to take that. Oh yeah, my audio is going to be really bad. Give me a sec. I had to turn up Man Cub. The audio is yeah, don't worry. Yikes, I totally forgot about that. I wanted to listen to a little reference song. You're streaming. Thank you, Insco, for the €5. You streaming actually inspires me at the moment. Keep up the great work, man. Can't wait to work together in the future. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Thank you, my brother, for donating. Appreciate it a ton. Hey, man, whatever I can do to help another creator in the scene get inspired to make some stuff. It is an absolute pleasure. Hope you can find some inspiration and stuff like that. Again, the scene would be a very different place without you. So hope you figure it out, my man. But yeah, thank you so much for the €5, bro. Really appreciate it. Appreciate it a ton. Did I miss anything? We are just getting started with the reactions. As mentioned before, I want to listen to a reference song just to get the ears warmed up a little bit. I went to a festival and my hearing's kind of been off this week, so I want to just get a reference song in just to kind of make sure I'm not missing anything if I'm about to judge sound design and stuff like that. So yeah, what's a good I don't know if that's a good reference song. I haven't heard that song enough. Let's go with this one as the reference song. How was the festival? It was all right. It was good, but like, you know, 7 lines, the set got cut short because of rain and was just not the greatest crowd sort of thing, so. That was loud as fuck. Yeah, I think I lost a little bit of hearing at that festival. I'm not gonna lie. We'll hope that comes back. But yeah, music just been sounding a little flatter over the past few days, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll get into it anyways. We got Mazzari, we got Skybreak. So yeah, sound design critique is not gonna be on point. I do wear your protection. Oh my goodness, great. We've got a super chat from Tyad. We starting a $5 stream again. Appreciate the stream, man. Thank you, my brother Tyad, for the $5 donation. Appreciate it a ton. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to you guys. I'd rather you guys spend your money elsewhere, to be honest. It doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. So thank you a ton, man. Appreciate it. Means a ton. Gotta look for the mom's credit card. Oh, you guys are hilarious, man. But yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it a ton. But yeah, already just based off first impressions, already sounds very different to Mazzari's stuff already. So. Okay. Alright. You can hear the sky breaking that. Are those Skybreak's vocals? That was a voice crack, I'm sorry. That's interesting, dude. Nice little lead in there. I made about like $200 on the Elenium stream and donos. That was so much. Okay, little halftime. Yeah, that Skybreak lead is there, dude. know what? That's interesting, because, like, when it came to what people were saying about that song, a lot of people were just saying it was mid. I saw some things about it. I actually really enjoyed that. Yeah. That definitely felt, typically not a fan of DnB, but holy, this is really nice. Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm a huge fan of DnB myself. Haven't really been too much into the... I'm more of a fan of, like, the super dark stuff. What's up, Andrew? How's it going, my man? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, have never been too huge into the melodic DnB sound and the liquid sound outside of, say, Mazzari. Obviously, I guess Mazzari is on the tune. You get Skybreak adds some of his flavor in there. I thought that was really good. I know, again, like I said, a lot of people were saying that one was kind of mid. I dig that, dude. Cool idea. And as mentioned before, felt very different for Mazzari. Mazzari can tend to, especially lately, very formulaic at times. You can kind of know exactly what the song's going to sound like. That felt different. That felt unique. Skybreak flavor in there. Cool Mazzari elements. Felt Mazzari, but at the same time felt Skybreak as well. Yeah, I don't think that one's mid. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that's a mid. Yeah, let's go with... I don't know, dude. I'd probably give that like an 8.25. I thought that was pretty damn good. Are we, do you guys... Okay, we'll do a poll. I don't think I'm going to pull out the sounds today. I can see that for sure. I know a lot of people held Mazzari up to super high standards back in the day when he was with like Monster Cat and stuff like that. But yeah, totally see it. No. Oh man. That's the thing. We got a lot of tracks to get through, man. So, and we're already 2 hours in. Like, this is gonna probably end up being like a 4-hour stream. Mazzari also has one of the best mentors in EDM. Who would that be? Ooh, I can vote. I haven't done this before. Vote away. Vote away. But yeah. Now we got questions. Who's the mentor? Overwhelmingly good by chat. Again, totally agree. Wait, what did you guys do for the first 2 hours of the stream? We were interviewing Man Cub, bro. We did a little Q&A thing with Man Cub. Wanted to do it last week before it gets better when it came out, and my man was a busy man, so he couldn't make it. But we decided to do it this week. Figured it was gonna be nice to get it done and stuff like that. So we decided to make it this week, and yeah. Overall, I'd say it. Yeah, it was a ton of fun. Went off the rails with a little off-topic Q&A. We had a couple off-topic questions and stuff like that. So got to know a little bit of his personality, got to know some things about his music in general, got to know some things about the album as well. So I thought it went really well, and again, would love to have more people on to do stuff like that. So, but next up, we have got Faint, Hylia, Treading Water. Hylia's in the chat. Shine. Little loud. Against the open blue. I'll be your wind, I'll be your sail, like you always. Feels like it's gonna be very melodic. At least on this whole comp, probably. Faint on Mazzari is also a huge move. Nice vocal. Yeah, you can hear the DnB already. Okay. want a little bit more from that snare, but like the idea. Oh yeah, okay. Take this sort of having the lead kind of be more subtle in this section. Yeah. Cool, dude. Yeah, these verses are really nice, man. Yeah, I love the mix on the vocal. Definitely sits in the mix really well. With the vocal on top. Yeah, I love this section where the lead's kind of a little bit more subtle there. Nice, dude. Oh, we won't start the next one. Yeah, overall, I thought it was really good. I think if I definitely had one pointer, definitely was not digging the snare a ton. Felt the snare could have had a little bit more punch there and whatnot. Again, could just be the ears from me, you know, going to a festival and whatnot. Even though I wore earplugs, my ears are just fucking stupid. So, music has been flat ever since then. But, yeah, so like I said, I'm not going to comment a ton on the mixing today. But yeah, I love the vocal, love the verses. Verses were super, super infectious and whatnot. DnB, I don't think necessarily needs fills. The big thing that carries DnB for me a lot is, melodies and whatnot. I think the melody has to be really infectious, to carry DnB. But yeah, definitely enjoyed that for sure. Again, just some things that were, yeah, the lead was nice too. It wasn't like my absolute favorite thing in the world, but I definitely enjoyed the lead. Definitely had its place for me. I think I'd probably just give that like a flat 7. Again, verses really carrying that one for me. Verses felt super engaging. And yeah, and like that sort of second half style section in the DnB where the lead kind of gets a little bit more subdued in that mix. Really appreciate that a ton. Thank you, Arib. I guess if you come back, we'll see you then. But if not, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, my man. But yeah, we'll get the votes in here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty good melody on that lead too. I mean, if you got me humming literally after the first listen, chances are you probably created a half decent melody. It's gonna get an overwhelming good from chat. Yeah, can totally see it. Can totally see it for sure. Makes sense. I mean, it's a pretty good tune at the end of the day. I'd say it's probably on the low end of good. No yawning allowed. I'm sorry, my man. I guess we gotta completely stop the yawning. It's been a long day. Been tired. Didn't get much sleep. We're pushing through it. It's all good. Yeah. Vocal mixing was definitely on point. Vocals were definitely the highlight. I'm not just saying that because she's here. I'm just saying it just to be honest. Yeah. Was probably vocals were definitely the highlight for me. But yeah, we have got the next one. Again, another little 3-minute style tune. A lot of these are really short. That's why I'm cool to just not only just pound through them, but also do the whole comp. Because I know obviously you can have some comps like Ophelia 1 where you've got like a song that's like almost 7 minutes and whatnot. But yeah, worst is over. Kaslo on another Ophelia comp. They're making their way on the Ophelia side. So yeah, little collaboration with Monica Sansucci. Mayaka, don't know who that is. Don't know if that's a producer, don't know if that's a singer, if we got a little duet style. But yeah, let's see. My pleasure, Hylia. Thank you for tuning in. This is good so far. Really great percussion in that. Okay, energy picks up. Thought it would have mellowed a little bit, but yeah, that's good, dude. Keeps the energy going. You don't even get a break with this one. Ooh, nice. Love the keys in the back there. This part's really nice. Strips the percussion. I love like the constant kick here too, of the 4 on the floor. All right, drop 2. Oh, is he gonna go halftime? There you go. Brings the halftime or the DnB back. Yeah, dude. Nice. Good work. Oh, was about to play the next one. We'll stop it right before it does. Yeah. Thought that one was really good too. Again, feels Kaslo for sure. That obviously they kind of want to go for it. Looks like they're leaning more towards that like rocktronic style sound. Which I'm totally, yeah, it's not like my favorite thing in the world, but like totally understand it. And yeah, production quality is really there. Sounds infectious for sure. Love the idea. Yeah, I think a lot of people in the chat are kind of on point with that. It's not like the most unique idea kind of in the world, but yeah, I think it does its job and it does its job pretty well. So, definitely agree with that for sure. Oh no, I broke the rule. Shit. Well, I'm sorry. We broke our own rule, damn it. Yeah. Get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, definitely agree. Little sort of windows down, summery kind of tunes. TK Yawn is fine. Now you say that's gonna make me want to do it again. Oh my goodness gracious. I need some sleep. Yeah. Gonna get, oh wow, chat's pulling away with amazing almost. Yeah. I can see it for sure. Don't know if I'd personally give it an amazing, but can definitely see the argument behind that. I think that's gonna get, yeah, I think that's just straight up amazing. It's gonna get an amazing from chat. Oh man, I'm getting really close to doing it again. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's gonna get an amazing from chat. Yeah, super unlifting, super fun, knows what it wants to be, great vocal from Monica. I don't know who Mayaka is. Maybe a producer, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I didn't even rate it. Shit. I'd give it like a flat 8. Yeah, I'd give it like a flat 8. Fun, does its job really well. Yeah. Not much else to really say on that. But yeah, super fun. Let's get into the next one. We got Needed You Most, Sad Boys, Glass Cat. Like I said, we're gonna pound through these, man. We got a lot to listen to. So Needed You Most, Sad Boys, Glass Cat. I think it's playing the other one. Okay. I figured it was probably going to be a lot of more organic style DnB stuff on here, which I'm totally on board with. Glass Cat vocals are always top notch. Vocal sits really on top of that. Feels a little bit slower than typical DnB, but definitely I love the snare on that. Nice. Cool, dude. Love the sort of like contrast between the super soft sound and then how the drop's got like all the energy. Yeah, loving the percussion on that. Seeing you guys in chat, giving that the respect. Ooh, that's cool. Definitely feels like a different drum pattern. Yeah. Really nice outro there. All right. Yeah. Dope. I think that's the thing with a lot of the DnB is I feel like especially with like the rock style DnB, I feel like it fits the sound pretty well. So that's why kind of what I was heading into this into this comp with. Lots of rock sort of inspired stuff, rocktronic-y inspired stuff. I definitely thought that one was pretty good. Again, kind of to me like very similar to the Caslo one in the idea that it's like nothing too crazy out of the ordinary sort of idea and stuff like that, but just knows what it wants to be, just like a fun sort of organic, you know, DnB style tune. Yeah, percussion was on point too. That's another big pointer that I wanted to mention. Kick and snare, absolutely on point. Definitely made that drop feel a little bit more engaging. I think I'd probably go. Let's go with a flat. Let's go with a 7.25 on that one. Overall, just thought it was. I'd say it was just really good. Not much else to really say on that one. Get your votes in. Whew. Here's the thing I'm starting to worry though. I feel like I'm going to start to get DnB'd out. So I think you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to just probably listen to the next. I think I'm going to take two more. I'm going to take two more suggestions off this comp because I know I'm just going to get DnB'd out. That's what happens because like obviously with an Ophelia Advent, right, you know that you're going to get some different sounds and whatnot. For me, I know I'm going to get DnB'd out. I just know it. So I'm definitely willing to take some suggestions for sure. The top four were the big ones I wanted to get. So Lockbox and Adam Pearce. Okay. I'm on board with either. Yeah, overwhelming good from chat. Again, can totally see that. Again, would agree with that rating from chat. Would say it's good. DnB is great in short spurts, can sound very samey after a while. Yeah, that's the big thing is that it is the same. It's pretty much like the exact same thing over and over again. Just some little minor differences and whatnot, especially when it's the melodic DnB. Definitely will have to return to this comp for sure. But yeah, like I said, I'm a tired man. We've got a fair amount of singles to listen to. I just know that the energy is not going to be there towards the end of the comp. So I would rather listen to it when we're fresh ears, stuff like that. Adam Pearce. So it looks like we've got a lot of suggestions for Adam Pearce and Lockbox. Sure. Let's do both of those. That works with me. Thanks for the love, everyone. Love you, TKC. Love you, sad boys. Thank you all for tuning in. I don't know if you guys saw my reaction last week to the Arnhemia, but that one, or I don't know if that was last week, but the week before, that one was really good. Was a big fan of that one. So definitely be proud of what y'all have done and what y'all are doing and whatnot. So, but yeah, we will get Adam Pearce, Lockbox. Rest of them I will listen to on my own. Yeah, as mentioned before, just a lot of DnB. I got nothing against the DnB, but it's like one of those when it's not the subgenre you're used to. It'd be like me listening to 10 rhythm tunes. Like I love me some dirty. Give me some Infect, bro. I love me some Infect, some dirty ass rhythm. But if you tell me to listen to an Infect, like if Infect has an album, which I think he does, that would be a hard listen. Listening to that all in one sitting. It's just not my big sound. I can listen to a melodic dubstep album. I can do like a Last Heroes. I can do like a Man Cub. I can do a Seven Lions. But yeah, when it comes to like the thing that's not really my sound can get a little challenging. So, but yeah, let's get into Where Are You Now? Adam Pearce. This was the big one everyone was suggesting. I have heard him some DnB type stuff from him before. for the first time, kind of a DnB style tune.
You're the one that I see when we're alone in a crowded room.
Okay.
Didn't know what I had until I lost you. Seasons change and people go. Feelings fade and love gets cold. I'm not ready to let this go. So where are you now? Where are you now?
It's a great vocal. Holy shit.
You still be home. So where are you now? Where are you now?
Yeah, you can hear the drums coming in. Nice touch with there. I don't know Gabriel Eli. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who that is. Nice little halftime switch there. Nice.
Remember when we drove to Denver?
Drove to Denver. Drove to Denver in late September. For some reason, I really focused on the lyrics there.
And I know you feel that distance, like something's missing. I know you feel it too. So where are you now? Where are you now?
That's a great chorus, dude. That's great.
You still be home. So where are you now? Where are you now? I'll return this to
I love the filtered drums in that build. Love that it features both the halftime and the DnB in that drop. Oh, that's an interesting outro. Thought it was gonna be kind of more of a filtered sound in that outro, but nice, dude. What's up, y'all? How's it going, Avi? Yeah. Again, that's just another one to me. Oh, no, we're not on Lockbox yet. Another one to me that just feels really solid. Really nice, really nice vocal. Again, that chorus was huge. Super engaging. Lots of great things in that build-up. Filtered percussion in DnB for some reason always works. So, nice little addition there. What else can we say about that one? Yeah, just a really nice sound overall. Again, to me, I kind of had that expectation going into this comp that we were going to get a lot of that. So, really nice melodic sound. Features. Loved the sort of DnB first half with the halftime second half. Wish that we could have got a little bit of a switch up there and drop too, but that's all cool. Still thought it was really good. Playlist ad. I think I'd probably give that like 7 point. Nah, I think that's probably on par with the Caslow. I think I'd probably give that an 8. I don't know who Lumasi is. I see you saying that. I don't know. Kill me if you guys. What is it? If I'm supposed to know who Lumasi is. Unfortunately, I do not. Or Anasi. Name does not ring a bell. To me, unfortunately. So, yeah, get your votes in. Yeah, unfortunately, name does not ring a bell. Let's see. Good is absolutely pulling away. That's kind of what you can expect in a week like this. You're going to get some good tunes. Yeah. Lumasi and Gabriel Eli, tell me. You should listen. Yeah. Gonna get a good from chat. Can totally see that. Yeah. Can totally see it. But yeah. I have heard of Feather's EP too. Let's get the Lockbox one. I think we'll what is it? Yeah, we just got the Lockbox. And then we got a couple singles. I think I probably will end up taking. I think I'm gonna take the Awakened and the. I think I'll listen to the Youth on my own time. Like I said, this is kind of one of those days where a little tired. Not gonna lie. I feel like I'm just gonna get petered out of the stream. But yeah. Is Aaron here? I don't particularly know. Not entirely sure if he's here or not, but yeah. Let's get Lockbox. You're a little tired, bro. I don't know how you guys stay up till 3:30. I feel like Salah and Rafid are two names I've seen a lot in chat, and these guys stay up till like 6 a.m. watching this. I don't know how y'all do it. Mad respect. Take it at your own pace. We're vibing. Appreciate you, my man. You need to listen to the Have song. I'll do it off camera. I will do it off camera. It's 4:25 a.m., dude. You guys are like nuts, bro. I'm in bed by like fucking 10 some nights, dude. 10 or 11. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how. You guys are crazy. It's like the dudes that tell me they stay up till like 6 a.m. to watch the stream. I'm like, you guys are dedicated, man. I would not stay up. I personally would not stay up till 6 a.m. to watch my favorite streamers, but y'all are something, that's for sure. Y'all are crazy. Could not agree more. All-nighter people, any fellow 3:30 a.m.ers, 2:30 a.m. That's nuts. You guys are nuts, man. Appreciate the respect and the support and whatnot that you guys give me. Obviously, if you guys are going to bed at like this dude's sleeping at 8, bro, 8 a.m. You guys are on some crazy sleep schedules. But yeah, appreciate y'all a ton for doing what y'all do, tuning in, showing up for your boy. But yeah. We'll get you in the last one. We'll get the Lockbox one out of the way. We got Lockbox and Lexi Scatena.
Dancing in circles, fighting the urge to call again, 'cause I know you won't answer. So what's the point?
Huge fan of Lockbox, by the way. So interested to see how this one turns out.
'Cause I know you won't take them.
Really nice snare on that. Ooh.
Don't want to admit you somewhere else. Oh no, I want you for myself.
Again, little sort of 4 on the floor kick build up. Huge sound in those songs. Yeah, that's dope. Huge sound. Feels very Mazzari to me.
But I don't wanna listen. 'Cause I've heard it too many times.
Nice, love that snare again.
Of wanting to have you closer, and you don't want me close. Oh, somehow you've got me falling hopelessly.
That's a really great vocal too.
Like to stay away. And I tell myself it doesn't matter, but I still can't keep my shit together. Lying to myself.
Maybe halftime? Oh, okay, huge fake out.
And I tell myself
Okay, never mind. That was a little instrumental breakdown. Still DnB. I love the little. Okay, wanted to give it a little bit of time to close there. I love the like drumstick taps too. That was a unique little touch, adding some organic elements to the track. Yeah, again, it's just like this is what happens when you kind of listen to similar songs. It's again just really nice, like, you know, sound design's super full. Really nice melodies, really great vocal, super euphoric. Not much else for me to really say outside of that. It was just like just really great. Again, I think it's just an 8. Like I'd say it was on par with the other ones. I enjoyed it just as much. Just really great stuff overall. So yeah, get your votes in. And yeah. Let's see. What artist should we do these ones in? You know what? Because Mr. Zero Conflicts donated, we'll get the VIP first. AU5 is the one I'm hyped for the most with Cyazon. So that's the order we'll do. Did you see Barbie? I'm not much of a movies person. I haven't been to the theater in 4 years, I want to say. I've not been to the theaters in like 4 years. It's been a hot minute since I've last been to the movie theater. It's gonna get a good from chat. Again, I feel like I'm just gonna sound like a broken record. Totally see it. But yeah, not too crazy of a movie guy. I legit, you know, I still have it. I'm gonna pull it out. I legit have a movie. I have a movie pass for 2. I got it from work. So legit, what does it come with? You get 2 admissions, 2 regular drinks, and you get a regular popcorn completely on the house. Totally for free. Thank you, Hylia. Appreciate you tuning in. Again, loved the vocal on your tune there with Faint. So was super huge on that, but thank you. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, legit, I have this movie coupon. I got this in like, when did I get this? I got this in 2021. And I haven't used it. I have not used it. And like, it's so old, it's like legit folding up and like it's almost ripped at this point. Like I'm afraid that I'm gonna just lose it one day in my wallet. But I don't want to put it anywhere else because I know I'm just gonna forget about it. So I keep it in my wallet and I'm like, I should probably use this one day. And I just don't. I just legit don't. So I don't know. Should I probably... Oh, yeah, see, now it legit just ripped. I shouldn't have taken that out. That was a mistake. Okay, I'm going to have to just throw this somewhere. It's going to turn to dust soon. We'll just put it in there. We'll just put it in my cabinet. I'm going to forget about it. I'm going to, like, legit... See, the thing is, it never expires. So I have no urge to... No intrinsic motivation to go or anything like that. It's even more surprising that it's still here. I don't know how it hasn't torn or anything like that. Just ask someone on a date with that. You think I wouldn't have done that if the opportunity had already come up, my man? The opportunities just don't come up. It's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, man. But yeah. Not much, if it wasn't evident, not much of a movie guy. But yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll just go by myself 2 times. That wouldn't be a bad idea. That wouldn't be too shabby of an idea myself. Ask out Justin. No, that is not happening. Bring us to the movies. I mean, nobody. I don't think a single person that lives in the same city as me has watched this channel. So who knows? But you guys are crazy. But yeah, we'll head on to this was the donation we got from Zero Conflicts. We have got the Starseed Essence Deluxe has come out. We've got 4 little remixes and a VIP. If you ask Justin out, you'll see a movie, then see Jail right after. Who could turn that offer down, dude? Who doesn't want to go to jail? But yeah, we got a little VIP remix. This was the donation. I'll Be There was probably my favorite off the EP, so interested to see how this one sounds. Raiden, we might have to.
There's no easy way to face this. You already know. 'Cause you seem into the distance. Crazy. Oh, no, into the deep.
Feels very similar to the original so far.
We've always believed in. Just promise me you'll never forget. When it's cold out.
Okay, feels a little bit more energetic. It's like color bass. Fucking huge. Okay, interesting structure to that. The snare is massive. I would have loved a little bit more of the melody moving around in that color bassy sort of section, but I did see Starseed join too. I gotta give him a producer tag. Starseed are dope though. How's it going, Bayside Park? Alright, where are we getting in drop 2? Nice, Phil. Like, listen to that snare, dude. Yeah. I totally get the... Oh, nice little outro section here, too. It's gotta be like the original, of course. Not too shabby, dude. Just found out you did these reactions too along with Bowtide. Bowtide's the GOAT. Shout out to Dakota of Bowtide Media. Yeah, we got a lot of creators in this scene. But yeah. Again, it's like, it's one of those sounds for me. I think I definitely prefer the original. Like what the original does with that sort of melodic bassy style sound. I definitely think it serves its purpose sort of as like a wanting to play at the live shows and stuff like that. Definitely wants to be something else. Yeah, overall, I still think it's really good. Not entirely my sound. Again, I kind of want to, for the color basey stuff, I love super, super chaotic stuff. Like, give me some Ace Aura Skybreak type shit. But yeah, overall, would have just liked the melody to move around a little bit more in the color basey section, but the production's absolutely on point. And that's the thing with Skybreak is that getting getting those innovative ideas and stuff like that's always a bonus. I'm gonna give that probably just a flat 7. Yeah, I'd say I'd probably give that a flat 7. Then again, love what the original does, and I think that VIP definitely like a nice little thing that they could play at live shows and stuff like that, and that'll do really well for sure. So, but yeah, get your votes in. Then yeah. What type of music does Insco you like usually? Insco is very similar to me. Lots of melodic stuff and whatnot. So huge on the melodic sound. But yeah. The way you worded that makes me think that you do content too. Oh yeah, some Little Monster Cat stuff. Totally on board with that. Yeah. Love to see people making content in this scene, man. I don't think enough people do it. And yeah. I think we need more of us, man. Really want to get into music for content, but it doesn't fit with the brand I'm trying to build. Hey man, do it. Hey man, if you got a passion, I think you got to explore it. That's like the big thing. Even if you don't think it fits the brand, make an alias, do something else. Explore your passions, make them work. Because at the end of the day, you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what you're going to do. You never know where it's going to end up. I mean, realistically, I started this channel as like a fun sort of ranking thing where I just wanted to rank my favorite songs. And now it's turned into me doing streams every week. We've built such a great community with you guys, and the big thing, and another thing too, like artists, even like my biggest idols know who I am, which is crazy to me. Like I met Jason Ross and Far Out on the weekend and they knew who I was. Like to me, that's crazy. That, you know, these guys know exactly who I am and stuff like that. Just from me making content and doing what I love. So again, explore your passions. You never know where it's going to end up and what opportunities you're going to get into, right? So if you want some TKC wisdom from an old fart like me, that's the wisdom for the day. Because I know a lot of you guys are a lot younger, yeah, I wish I could be your guys' age. Because again, I would do things a lot differently. Yeah, so don't be afraid to explore your passions. Make content. Do whatever you got to do. Do whatever you got to do. Again, so many of you guys love this music. And yeah, so do what you got to do to make it work. You never know what opportunities you will land yourself into. I want to make content one day. I just get worried when making a video. It's all part of the process. When I decided to switch from just making the text ranking videos to like this type of stuff, it was extremely nerve-wracking. Like the first time I decided to put my camera on and show my face. I've been making YouTube videos for like 10 plus years, but the idea of starting a new channel and showing my face and all that stuff, and it's very nerve-wracking. But at the end of the day, I think it was all worth it. I easily could have just stopped there, but I decided to keep going. Realized that I feel like we had something special if we decide to do a little bit more, and here we are, right? So yeah, not much else to say on that. But yeah, I guess I didn't even realize the poll was still going because I was just rambling about some wisdom and whatnot. But yeah, that gets a good from chat. Again, totally see it. Yeah, editing's tough too. Editing's tough too for sure. Try to make the process as easy as possible. Feel free to just like, and that's the big thing too, is if you're just doing it as a passion project, there's nothing that's, I guess, that would make you feel like it's a chore, right? Like at the end of the day, I don't have stockholders, I don't have I don't have investors, I don't have any of that. It's just at the end of the day, it's just me doing what I love. If I'm not feeling it one week or something comes up, I don't have to do it. But yeah. TKC is me. Oh man, you guys are hilarious, bro. Yeah, new Au5's peak, totally on board. More worry and shy on recording rather than editing. Again, something that you just get used to with time. I think the big thing for a lot of people when it comes to making content, you need some key things. You need one, good mic quality. Two, you need a good camera. I mean, personality helps for sure, but the thing is that you start to become more comfortable on camera, and then you just display, your personality on camera, right? So, being nervous is totally a thing. Again, you watch my videos, go watch my first videos I ever did where I showed my face, and then come watch these now. Very, very different. And that's part of the content making process is you're gonna hate your old stuff. You're gonna hate your old stuff. That's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, and three, knowing how to editing. I mean, I've been doing it for I've been making YouTube videos since I was a kid. So editing has definitely become natural for me, and it's the fact that I already knew what I was doing. I didn't have to learn how to edit. But the big thing with editing though is that especially when it comes to content like this, I don't put much effort into editing. You take a stream VOD, you clip it at right points. It's definitely an acquired skill that you have to learn how to edit the reaction videos and stuff like that. But because you want to, you don't want to cut things off and just have it be you speaking. You want to leave some space for let the song breathe a little bit. Or if I say, wow, that fill was really good, you want to make sure that the viewer can actually hear that point. So yeah, it's definitely acquired skill for sure. And you figure it out as you go along. But at the end of the day, I genuinely encourage everyone to do it. Again, I think you should try to do things that make you uncomfortable, but explore your passions. Again, if you tell people that you make YouTube videos, I mean, you're doing something. A lot of people will just go home and watch YouTube Reels or go home and watch Instagram Reels or whatnot. You're actually taking the time, doing something productive, creating stuff in your field, in your passion. You're becoming educated on it too. You can hold better conversations. You get to learn perspectives of other people and stuff like that. Yeah, it's super big. It's super big. As someone who's very much a movie person and wants to run a film YouTube channel, your advice is super insightful. Go for it, dude. I'm telling you, if you haven't started, do it. Do film video essays, at film analysis, talking about films you enjoy. Again, I think the thing that's irreplaceable as a creator is your passion for the content. At the end of the day, because I could surely make this content and just be like, if I don't necessarily love the melodic dubstep, or I don't have the insights I don't have any sort of insight to give, this channel wouldn't really necessarily be so engaging. But it's the idea that I feel like a large part of why it's grown is because it's just my passion for this music, right? It shows on camera. And so if you got the passion for the films and whatnot, make the analysis, man. People will see things. You'll be able to see things that people may not see, or make people appreciate things that they may not have seen. And the video essays, people are willing to sit down and watch those. So I'm telling you, man, do what you got to do. Get started. You won't regret it for sure. So, and again, one of the big things that I'm very happy I did was I kept going, because there were plenty of times where I was like, you know what, you know, I didn't feel like making a video or something that week, or even that period where I quit because my hearing was just all kerfuffled up. At the end of the day, it was just like I just kept going, did my thing, and yeah, it's paid off. It's paid off pretty well for me. Obviously, again, I'm not the biggest channel in the world. I just kind of do this shit for fun and whatnot, but at the end of the day, I'm super proud of what I've accomplished, what I've done, and would love to see more people along for the ride, doing things that they love, making content, learning some skills. Again, learning skills will always do you big things in the world. So, but yeah, enough of the nonsense. I went really off topic there. We've got the new Midnight Kids. Cubs is an artist I used to listen to a ton as a kid. Have I missed Midnight Kids? No, we were literally just about to get into that, Logan. Thank you very much, TKC. My pleasure, my man. Again, giving advice to people that want to get into the content creation scene. Huge passion of mine. Would love to see more creators in the scene. And so yeah, the more people that do it, even if it's not even in this field, just more people making content, more adding to the discussion, is a huge thing. So yeah, create the content, man. You'll do great. Again, just make sure mic quality is good, camera quality is good, and just learn to be comfortable. If you can learn to be comfortable, you'll make it work, man. You'll make it work. One of the big reasons why people don't watch content is because A, the mic quality sucks. B, the camera quality sucks. Or, I mean, the thing is that maybe maybe you just don't have a creator's personality. That's a possibility too. But you got to find out. You got to find out. And the thing is, I think if you give 99% of people a chance to get comfortable in front of a camera for a year, they'll make good content. They will make good content for sure. So just give it a try. You never know. But yeah, as mentioned before, Cubs, used to listen to Cubs a bunch as a kid, like 2018. Two Gone was maybe one of my absolute favorites. So kind of a little throwback here. Let's get into Midnight Kids.
So where do we go when the love is lost its way? But we go naked as the day we can when we know.
Definitely a throwback with that voice.
It's too late to be today. Share me up so I can get it out your legs. When we come from the moment, it all Sunday's best.
Thank you, OB Films, for tuning in, my man. Have a good one. Okay, not too bad so far. Very sort of Midnight Kids snare build up. Yeah, I can't lie. I want a little bit more. I do want a little bit more from that. Get it? It wants to be more of like a, you know, vocal driven stuff like that. Vocal driven project and whatnot. Verses are definitely nice though, for sure. Heading out, been a great stream. See you guys. Thank you, Al, for tuning in, my man. Appreciate you a ton. Yeah, I don't know. That idea's not doing a ton for me. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't feel like the vocal fits a ton on this. All right. Yeah. I don't know. To me, that's just like pop EDM. It's just not really my flavor as much anymore. I used to dig that kind of stuff a lot more. Definitely want a little bit more sort of from the production and stuff like that. I feel like it's very similar to One More Night. Just kind of, I know obviously it wants to be more of a vocal, it definitely wants to be more of like a vocal songwriting type project, just based off the singles we've seen so far. Definitely wants to kind of be more towards that. But yeah, just not really kind of my sound at the end of the day. Want a little bit more from that production. Again, probably just an ear thing, because again, felt a little, to me, that one just felt a little flat production wise. I don't know. Probably just my ears or some shit like that. But yeah, nothing too much to grab on for that one for me. I'd maybe give that like a 6.25 out of 10. Yeah, don't know if the vocal entirely fit. Yeah. That's about all I really got to say about that one. But yeah, get your votes in. And yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, I agree. 6 or 6.25. Favorite post Dylan MK song was Out of Time. Out of Time is really good. We'll definitely give that one its props. That one's grown on me since my reaction. My reaction, I kind of felt the same way. All right, I'm leaving right now. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Salah, for tuning in, my man. Appreciate you a ton. Yeah, that's an overwhelming mid from chat. That's pretty overwhelming. So yeah, gonna get a mid from chat. Yeah, I can see it. I'd probably agree. Not entirely in love with the Midnight Kids project. Over this album. Had a little bit more hope, but yeah, haven't been entirely in love with the singles so far. So feel like my taste is just changing. I feel like if you showed me that in like 2020, I'd be ecstatic. But yeah, it feels like the taste is changing up a little bit. So, but yeah, KEPIK had an EP. Gotta head out though because I'm playing DnB, but just wanted to pop in for a bit. Thank you, Logan, for tuning in, my man. Appreciate you a ton. Is it better than Lifeline though, or Rot? It's about on par with Lifeline, to be honest. I think it's just like it does what it wants to do. Pretty basic tune. But yeah. All right, so we've got little KEPIK tune, Dreams Coming True off the EP. She Is Jules. I think I mentioned that already. Yeah, let's see what KEPIK's got in store.
I get so distracted, my eyes like a magnet.
A little loud on the vocal.
Electric, when I'm close to you, your face like a mirror. It's never been clearer. I swear that
Justin and Ulytron are gonna go at it. Definitely not bad so far. DnB. Some more DnB. Love the sort of KEPIK flavor in that. Nice fills. That section's really nice. Alright, I was gonna say, first section was good. Wanted to build on that idea a little bit. Definitely did. Definitely did for sure. That's a little loud. That section was really nice, super full sound in that. All right. Love the percussion in that. All right, not too bad. Dude, this sounds like drum and bass. We have listened to a lot of drum and bass today. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't know if it's my favorite KEPIK in the world. Really enjoyed Shoot for the Stars. That one was great. But yeah, overall, really nice. Really just nice song overall. I think the big thing for me is that I don't think She Is Jules is my favorite vocalist in the world. Nothing against her, obviously, but I feel like a lot of the times when she's on a vocal, it's not like my favorite in the world. She's done some good vocals. Yeah, I wasn't entirely in love with the vocal selection on that one. And then yeah, the drops were good overall. Had some good flavor. Some good percussion, nice fills and whatnot. Yeah, overall not too shabby. I think I'd probably give that I think I'd go with like a flat 7. I think I'd go with a flat 7. But yeah, get your votes in. We'll see what you guys pick. Just on the verge of good, in my opinion. Yeah, I know we got Roy Knox next. I have heard some rather good things about the Roy Knox tune, so that's probably one of my favorite songs tonight. Maybe just been entranced by the DnB. Yeah, it's been a lot of DnB, safe to say the least. I'm voting Stinky. Bro. He did. I think someone voted Stinky. We got some amazings too. Can totally see it. Yeah. It could just, it's very possible it could just be me being DnB'd out beyond belief. We've got some hype for Roy Knox though. It's gonna get a good from chat. Yeah. By the way, definitely not drinking right now. My man. Abstain from the alcohol. Nah, you gotta have fun. I totally see it. But yeah. That's KEPIK. Nice little tune there. Might just be me being DnB'd out. I still thought it was good though. But yeah. Let's just go on to Roy Knox. Again, this is the one that you guys have been hyping up. Bear. Seen a ton of hype for this one. I've seen more people almost talk about this one than the fucking Au5 one. I've seen a lot of people talk about Au5, but like a lot of people have talked about this upcoming one. So let's see. Should I eat a muffin? Is that even a question? Yeah, you probably should, dude. Muffins are fire, bro. Should we get a poll going if I should eat a muffin? No, because you know why? The answer to that question is obviously yes. You should. I'm not going to ask chat. That's like saying, should I drink water? The answer is very obvious. Nobody's going to say no. But yeah, we've got Roy Knox. This is one, as mentioned before. Chat has been hyping up beyond belief. Big Zero said no. No, you got to eat it, bro. You gotta eat it. There's no other option. Depends what flavor it is. I'm gonna eat the muffin. Oh man, I am fucking It is one of those days. It is one of those days where I'm just tired as fuck. Thank you, everyone. Our pleasure, dude. Blueberry. Blueberry's fire, bro. Not my favorite muffin in the world, but blueberry's fire. Yeah, let's get into Roy Knox. Closer. A piano on fire. Let's see what Mr. Roy Knox has got in store for us. Probably gonna be some 10 out of 10 energy shit. You should probably not eat it then. That might not be the best of ideas. That's a nice vocal. Leave it up to Roy Knox. Alright, let's see what he's gonna do. Nice, Phil. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's the end of the drop. I was gonna say, that might be the coolest fill I've ever heard in my life. Alright, Garth. I mean, we all expected that, right? Like, you knew that was gonna come. Huge sound. Are we going drop in the third drop? mean, that's dope.
I want you to know that I'll be close to the darkest when the sky is getting bright. I'll hold you and never let you go. When you fall in, I'll be closer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's Roy Knox. What else more is there really to expect? He's gonna create like massive fucking sounds every time. Insane sound design, huge drops. There's not much else to really say. I'd probably give that like an 8.5. Probably say an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah. Not much else to really say outside of that. But yeah. Roy Knox has definitely improved his sound for sure. He had a lot of bangers back in the day, but he's definitely made some bangers lately for sure too. So yeah. Would give that an 8.5. Oh, I should probably ask you guys. Au5 is the magnum opus of the week. I'm not ready for this. All right, well, let's see, dude. Let's see. Let us see if it lives up to the expectations. Yeah, I kind of predicted that. 65% of voters saying it's amazing. I can totally get it. Yeah, that's probably a runaway. Yeah, 63%. 60%. Yeah, we'll end the poll there. What else needs to be said? You guys think it's amazing. But yeah. All right. Last one of the week. May or may not be a video. Who knows? Depends on whether... I think I'll make it a video if the song is really good. But yeah, we got little second single off the Au5 upcoming album, Before You Leave, with Cyazon. Cyazon. I don't know how you say that. We'll say Cyazon. And Tyler Graves. So 4 minutes 47 seconds. Probably gonna expect some mid-tempo type stuff if my limited knowledge of Cyazon's Discog is gonna do us any good. But yeah, little Au5 collaboration. Super interested to see what we got on display. Probably some fun, dark things. I don't know. Just making some guesses here. Some educated guesses, perhaps. What I think the only way we can really know is by listening to it.
Hear your footsteps in the hallway when you're not there. See your face in every stranger. Am I going insane? Words left unsaid. Ricochet in my hand. In my hand. Lonely mornings can't stay warm. When the rain keeps falling, trying to
Okay. Verses aren't doing a ton for me, but that's engaging. Definitely feels like mid-tempo. Or like at least a sort of 180.
Before you leave.
Cool. Little halftime section. Oh, I thought it was gonna be halftime again.
If I called you,
Okay.
would you answer, or would you just let it ring?
I don't know, I'm not entirely feeling it so far. The idea is cool, but nothing's really like capturing capturing me and taking me out of my seat or anything. Okay. Little ARP edition. Little twinkle's cool.
Remember the times you kissed me so. I still hear your voice when I sleep. You're in all of my favorite dreams. Gotta miss you, think about you, and it all comes down to me. Gotta tell you before you leave.
Yeah, I don't know.
Before you leave. Before you leave. Before you leave.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I don't know. I think my ears might be screwed. Just an observation. I think I might have fucked my ears at this last show. I'm genuinely being serious because to me, I don't know if it's you guys or if it's just me, but to me that melodic, like the melodic sounds really thin. Like I can barely hear the saws on that. So I don't know if that's just me, or if that's the song. But I don't know. To me, like it like I understand. Like the idea is super cool to me, but just like production wise, like it's just kind of throwing me off. And again, that's probably where me. I do wear earplugs at shows, yes, but like, the earplugs I have always suck. So I take them out just a tad to let a little bit more high end in. And like I normally don't get ringing after shows, but it seems like everyone never deals with hearing problems, and then I wear earplugs and still deal with fucking hearing loss problems or something. I don't know what's going on, but like, yeah, to me, I don't know. The melodic seems just really thin, and the idea is cool and whatnot, but I don't know. Not in love with the vocal. Again, I've never really been huge on Tyler Graves' vocals. And yeah, I mean the verses like do their thing and whatnot, but I don't know. Nothing was really, again, like the drop idea was cool, but there's nothing that was like drawing me out of my seat with that, or really engaging me in any sort of way, I guess. I don't know. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, again, probably could just be me. Who knows? But yeah, I have a feeling you guys are probably gonna think a lot different of me on that one. I think I'd probably give that like, I don't know. And again, I'm probably gonna have to listen on different. I'm gonna listen to that. I want to give that one a chance because again, I think the idea is really cool. So I want to give that a chance. I don't know. On first listen though, I think I'd give that like a 6.75. Just not really feeling the production in that to me. And like, again, the vocal, not really a huge fan of the vocal. And yeah, verse production to me feels like it doesn't really complement the vocal in any sort of way. So yeah, I don't know. That's just my take on it. Yeah, I'll let you guys vote. And yeah. I have a feeling I know where the vote's gonna go. But yeah, I don't know. Again, that's probably just me, dude. Like, I have to listen on something else, or I don't know, see if it's like something's going on, but I don't know. Again, yeah, I think the idea is super cool, but I don't know, mixing just doesn't, to me, the mixing just sounds like off. And that could be me, I don't know. Because yeah, like I said, music's just been really flat this week. So it could just be me. Yeah. Yeah, I figured you guys would really like that one. That seems like one that would be super popular. And again, I think just take the rating kind of with a grain of salt. I don't know. But just on first listen, that one's not really like doing it. That's not really doing much for me. So biggest TKCL. Biggest TKC miss of all time. Rare L. I don't know, man. It's just not doing much for me. I think even if my hearing was fine, again, like Tyler Graves' vocals just never really do much for me. And like the big reason why I loved Illusion so much was solely the production. Like I didn't love the vocal on that one either. So I don't know. I don't think her vocals are really just for me in the first place, and then combine music just sounding flat to me all week, and yeah, I don't know, the verse production wasn't really like super like engaging to me either. Like, let me listen to Bridges again. Bridges was super engaging.
Lean on my light. Call me into the night. Hear your sound like a leaking of
Yeah, my ears are fucked, bro. I'm just gonna be honest. That sounds like way different. So yeah, it's probably just me. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, take that rating with a grain of salt. Yeah, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. But yeah. How much you give to Bridges? Like an 8? I'd probably give Bridges like an 8. If I was to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna give it some more time for sure. I know for a fact I think the idea is cool. It's just like, to me, I don't know, everything sounds off. Everything sounded off the past couple days. So yeah, we will see. I'm sure it'll probably grow on me with some time and whatnot. But yeah, just kind of how I'm feeling right now. So but yeah, I think we'll call it there for the stream. We'll get nice to get a little interview in and whatnot with Man Cub, and then get some DnB Advents off the way. Cool little compilation that they did there. So yeah, that's gonna be the stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you the ton of can't really speak. Appreciate you guys a ton, and I will see you in the next one.